The National Bank Series New Zealand vs India is brought to you by Mitre 10.
This is high, and it's into the stand. He's got it out. Dead century, Ross Taylor. It's gone for 4, and Jesse Ryder has bagged a double. Yeah!
Wow, you'd think that didn't mean something.
Laxman's gone now. A wonderful display of bowling now from the Black Caps. 100 for Gautam, Gambhir.
And VVS Laxman brings up Test century number 14. On the final day of this Test match, he has given us something to savour. The Carillon, one of the landmarks of Wellington, the capital of New Zealand, and welcome along wherever you're viewing from, all your vantage points in the world. This is New Zealand against India, the third and final Test match. India are 1-0 up in the series, and they're batting. And that's because Daniel Vettori, the New Zealand captain, won the toss again and asked them to do just that. It's a beautiful morning. The pitch looks to be a good one for batting. If India get through the first half hour, the first hour, it could be a bit of a feast for them, and they could bat New Zealand out of the game right from the outset. If not, if this side, including Tim Southee, can fire up and get some early wickets, New Zealand can give themselves the chance of an unlikely victory because they are the outsiders. India's top 6 and 7, including Dhoni, is superb. And the news on the two sides is quite interesting. Dhoni is back in for India. Of course, he missed the second Test match, so he will captain the side, and he comes in for Dinesh Karthik. And Gambhir and Sehwag, who's not having the responsibility of captaining the side, will be there at the top of the order. And from New Zealand's point of view, they've left out Jetan Patel and brought in Tim Southee, and also Daniel Flitton comes into the side, and he's in place of Jamie Howe. So there they are in written form, and really speaking, India, well, I think they're doing what they wanted to do. They said at the toss we would have batted, and New Zealand saying they would have bowled. So there you go. Everyone's happy, it seems. Even our first commentary pairing, Mark Richardson alongside of Simon Dill. Good morning, fellas.
Yes, good morning, Smithy. Good morning to all our viewers wherever you are in the world, and welcome to the Basin Reserve this gorgeous day here in Wellington. And Gautam Gambhir, 2 opening innings for India. He's starting to fashion a magnificent Test record early in his career, still 25 Test matches that average up over 50, and his batting partner, the most dangerous opening batsman in world cricket, Virender Sehwag. 50.4 his average, 18 50s, 1500s, highest of 319 in 69 Test matches. Formidable opening pair, and it's an opening pair that New Zealand need to break through early if they have a chance of winning this Test match. A must win for New Zealand. Chris Martin with the new ball from the R.A. Vance stand end. Put up his 150 wickets in Test match cricket in Napier. A little mini milestone for Chris Martin. And the 2 umpires for the match, Simon Taufel from Australia. And umpire Daryl Harper, also from Australia. So a couple of Australians officiating in this Test match. As we get set to go, Chris Martin with the first ball of the morning. A little false start. Gambhir on strike. Here we are, first ball of the morning, outside edge, didn't carry. Good swing for Chris Martin. And it's always testing times early morning. As I say, a very good morning to Mark Richardson.
Good morning, Simon. Good morning, New Zealand. And hello to you, wherever you may be viewing this from. Well, plain and simple, it's a big punt to win the toss and bowl here. Brown conditions, good overhead conditions. New Zealand must use this new ball. They must take wickets this morning. They must get it right. First ball, spot on.
Good movement for Chris Martin. Leg side this time, just trying a little too much, Chris Martin, and Gambhir's off the mark, and India underway. It's whipped away by Gambhir, full and just drifting into leg stump. This outfield is cut very short and it'll roll away for 4.
See, this was well put away. And this is, shows just how much time this man has spent at the wicket of late. The balance there, magnificent. Early on in an innings, when the ball swings, quite often the left-hander can struggle with a little bit of balance there. Right in the middle of the bat. But some good swing. Very good release, that, Simon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. He's gone at that. So again, that's flowing over third man. 1 bounce for 4.
Well, this has the benefit of going hard and really flashing at it. If you get it thick enough, it will fly away. That's the strategy that Zaheer uses, and used it well there.
He's gone very hard at that.
Hang into the bat as it comes through. It's almost just slid off the face, that.
Oh, that's gone. Really well timed. It was a half volley, but genuinely put away by Sehwag, and it's gone for 6 over cover point. 20 without loss. And again, this one's through. Backward point this time and away for 4. Maybe we could back them up and put them in succession, Ricky, because I'd like to see it as well.
This is the one that it looks like an inch, but it's not. He opens the face, Sehwag. It's a well. There's only one Virender Sehwag.
Well, it hasn't seemed anywhere. It's just seemed to fly away over extra cover.
This is highly entertaining batting from an opening batsman, as far as we're concerned, as far as the crowd's concerned, as far as the Indian players sitting in the dressing room are concerned. Probably not as far as Daniel Vettori is concerned. That's staggering stuff.
That's 1 bounce, 4. And again, that one along the ground, but beautifully timed. 4 more. 10 off the over from Southey. 36 without loss.
Magnificent. Just magnificent. Oh, that's a pure shot.
Well, that's probably the best shot he's played this morning. He's enjoying it. Didn't try and hit it too hard. And just eased through the offside. That's copybook stuff. You've seen a lot of shots in the air from Sehwag. But this was pure. Everything right about it.
And that brings up the 50 runs between
And they're 50 up already.
and Virender Sehwag.
And it's come very quickly. That's the problem for New Zealand.
Just to have a little look at this, the early action. Who are you indeed? I am Brenda Savag, and look out for me. And that's why. Another boundary square of the wicket, racing across the Basin Reserve turf. And already Savag has hit 6 of them. And a 6.
Yes, this is his favourite area. And back across in great position to play that shot. He just puts pressure on the bowler from the outset.
In the air and over the top for 4. That was timed, this time by Gambhir, intentionally lifted.
Well, it's too much leg side from Saudi to the left-hander. He's just not been consistent enough with that line. This is easy pickings for a man in form. Spent plenty of time at the crease in the last test match. Nice and juicy on middle and leg.
He's off again. And so is Sehwag. Boy, did he launch into that.
Yes, it's a long half volley, but you've still got to put it away. The timing and everything from Sehwag is just outstanding this morning.
O'Brien. Edged. He's gone this time. He is gone. Ian O'Brien on his home pitch has made the first breakthrough. He got it closer. He got it closer to Sehwag, and Sehwag looking to hit square, got tucked up and is edged behind.
We talked about Southey giving Sehwag too much room outside the off stump. There was no width this time, and Sehwag got tied up. Good bounce, good length, and nice and tight. No room to free his arms. Sehwag short of 50. He goes for 48, and India 73 for 1.
Caught by Brendan McCullum for the bowling of Ian O'Brien, departs for 48 from 71 deliveries, got 51.
Rahul Dravid meets the other wall that got established in Napier. 134 matches. 26 hundreds, and he got a couple of half centuries in Napier, so he's in good form. Batted a long time too for those 250s. Chance to attack Dravid.
It was the line, a little bit of seam movement back into Dravid, to Sehwag, sorry. Originally, I think he looked like he wanted to cut it. I thought it was going wider, but it cut back in. Look at Sehwag there. And he ended up just getting a fine edge.
Oh, that's close. He's gone. James Franklin has his first wicket of the series. He's been swinging it away from Gambhir. This one comes back and traps the little man in front.
Good variation, really good variation from James Franklin. Going away. And this one just a little cross seamer. No shot. No shot. He's pretended there, Gambhir. He's a long way down. But I think we'll find that hitting maybe middle and off when we come back and show you the replays. But it's the end of Gautam Gambhir. He's out for 23, and India now 75 for 2.
LBW to the bowling of James Franklin for 23.
Great drama here at the Basin. Yes, indeed. 75 for 2. They raced to 73 in 16 overs after they were sent in. But now Sachin Tendulkar, who walked out to a wonderfully warm applause, some were on their feet, some were just so happy to see him stroll out, and a few swings of the arms, and he's ready to go. He's at the non-striker though. So the Wellington combination, the Wellington factor of O'Brien and Franklin has struck here in the second hour. Four runs. Again, too wide. We've seen a lot of that today. And Dravid picks up his first 4.
I'm not sure he was totally committed to this, Dravid. He wanted to at first, and then he just decided late. We'll just tap it down there. Almost got it right at the end of the bat. You see that right on the end of the bat.
Lovely shot. Tendulkar at his best on the drive. And his first boundary of the innings. Well, he's going to pick up 4 there. That's a poor delivery from Southee. That's a way to get yourself going with a gift.
That's the last thing that Tim Southee needs right now, is to be coughing up gifts like this.
Like he'd get away with that as well. Tendulkar not quite set yet, and he's missed out on a half volley. Just interested at the grip here from Tim Southee, and just very thumb dominant, and this just did not swing at all. This is the one that went down the leg side. I'm just looking at the release there, scrambling a wee bit, just completely got away from him. I always thought that the grip had to be a bit tight, a bit loose, quite a loose grip in the hand. I might get Simon Dill. There's another one down leg side, and that has also gone for 4. So this is a good over. All of a sudden, not a good move from Victoria to bring Southee back. I've always thought, and I'm thinking of Hadley here, and I'm thinking of Simon Dill standing behind me, the grip on the ball is not dominated by the thumb at all, really, and it's quite a loose grip. So you're just actually holding it there, and then your wrist does all the work. But to me, for Southee, it looks like the hand is tense on the ball, which makes it hard for him to release it the way he wants. That's 100 up in the first session.
That'll be away for 4. Off the bat, leg glance. Indians are very good at tucking that down to a fine leg. So first boundary of the second session. Most famous roundabout in the world, Ravi. You can get a good vantage point from across the road.
Yes, it's a beautiful setting, isn't it? Especially when the conditions are like this. Oh, that looks yum.
Oh, good kill for that. There's James Franklin. Oh, and Sachin Tendulkar must have dined out over lunch, because he's feeling good when you look at a stroke like that.
Well, he climbed into it. You can see a big stride forward and just opening the face of the blade so he gets the placement right.
Edged and caught, and no ball, and frustration. And can you believe it, as James Franklin wanders back? He has overstepped on removing the wall caught behind.
And a good call from the umpire, and he'll be disgusted with this. This would have been a big wicket.
He either leaves it or smashes it for 4. More flamboyant, of course. Another wonderful stroke from Tendulkar. His 5th boundary now.
Yes, it's not all that bad a delivery, just a little bit of extra width, and that was good enough for Tendulkar. Short man, he does play this shot extremely well. He gets on top of the bounce, on his toes, punches it away.
There's the 50 partnership. It's come up in just over an hour, 100 balls, and very solid between these two.
He had to scamper across there for the single, because he timed it so well, Tendulkar, that it raced away to that man at mid-off.
Don't worry about that one. That's got to race across the carpet for 4. That's Tendulkar looking more likely.
He's been more aggressive, Sachin Tendulkar, in the last couple of games. It's terrific to watch. Really offering up the odd half chance here and there, but so nice.
Well, clever batting. Very clever batting. How far's this gone? Just the boundary. I thought the way he'd ramped it, it was going to go all the way. But, gee, that's a clever cricket shot.
Oh, this is wonderful. This is so good to watch. He was beaten. Credit to Chris Martin, because he was beaten here, Tendulkar. He thought it was wide. It came back at him. It's a really good shot.
Another boundary. And Tendulkar, with that, gets to 49. And it's 143 for 2. Tendulkar, 49. Make that 50. Through the gap. And yet another one racked up for the little master. He's on track, and he's done it today without being vintage. What lies ahead, we do not know, but that's another one.
Number 53, as he moves to 53 for Sachin Tendulkar. Just superb.
And that's through a gap. It's going to race away, and this is not a good start for the New Zealand captain at all.
Well, that's as good as we've seen today, and we've seen some terrific shots.
He's got that one away. I don't know how good the timing is here. It's a very quick outfield at the Basin Reserve, always has been, and it's quick enough.
It's gone. They've got him. He's gone now. Well, we might have put the mockers on Tendulkar, because he's got a fine edge through to McCullum, and he's on his way.
Yes, I wonder if it's again the attempt of that shot. It was too close to push it through the offside. Just got the feeling he was losing a bit of concentration. Yes, not quite going across with the back foot. Extra bounce. And Martin doing the job. This is a huge wicket. Tendulkar looking so good. Once again getting his eye in. And when looking good for 100, he's dismissed. India 165 for 3.
Previous Laxman comes out at the fall of Tendulkar's wicket. Very, very good record. It's a real case with this Indian top order. If you get one wicket and then another very good player comes out, there's no let up until you can get into the tail past Dhoni. It's 165 for 3.
He's got him! Oh, and what a catch by McIntosh. We've heard about this man in the slips. They say he's the next Stephen Fleming. And what great hands he has, and Southey picks up a wicket.
Brilliant. Absolutely the right thing for Tim Southey and his skipper. And yes, you're right about the catch. Forced him wide. He poked at it, much like Napier. And yes, McIntosh has pulled in a beauty there. An awkward height. Good, confident catch. And a good blow for New Zealand. They're fighting their way back in here. It's 173 for 4.
And wickets are falling in pairs here today at the Basin. 2 fell for 2 runs this morning before lunch, and now Yuvraj comes out with the 4th wicket down. Just 8 runs since Sachin Tendulkar was dismissed, and it is young Tim Southey, who we're just talking about, his first spell from the R.A. Vance stand end, and he got one nice and full. It was a bit wide, it's fair to say, and Yuvraj will not want to go near his teammates for a half hour or so, because it was a pretty ugly stroke. But hell, what a catch from McIntosh. And Yuvraj is streakily off the mark, and he will pick up 4 as well. So a lot of drama in this over.
Well, they forced him wide, VVS Laxman, and it's a shot we've seen him play before. That is a ripper of a catch. It really is. Just look how wide he'll be cross with himself when he sees the replay there. He's got 650s and 300s. He has 28 matches, but he's only averaging 36. And when you compare that to those that bat before him, that is way below par. And that surely must be on his mind to get up to those higher standards.
Even MS Dhoni averages slightly more. He's been in and out of the side, of course, because of Sourav Ganguly being the last man to occupy number 6 late last year. He got naught in Napier. He struggled in Hamilton. He got a relatively free-flowing, breezy 50 not out in Napier, but all the work had been done for him. So he's got to work hard here. He's in a battle. Good stroke and a lovely way to show the bowler who's boss. 2 young players going at it.
You're right about the quality in this day of cricket. Everywhere. This is a superb straight drive. In the air momentarily, but the full face of the bat, straight back at the bowler.
Great captaincy. Well done, Daniel Vettori, keeping Jesse Ryder on because he bowls so straight. And Yuvraj fell all over this one. And he's been given out, but we're not sure whether it's LBW, which would, I think, possibly be good enough. And then the cry for me, well, McCullum was going up for the LBW. You could see him jumping straight away. There was also a call for maybe it hit the bat as it left the pad. Anyway, let's see. He's LBW, 182 for 5.
The bowling of Jesse Ryder departs from 9 from 12 deliveries after 10 minutes at the crease.
What a day it's been. 5 down on a beautiful batting surface, and the captain, who wanted to bat anyway, is now in the middle. In this last 15-20 minutes, it turned its head, with New Zealand now taking the honours because they have 5 Indian wickets and Jesse Ryder has the last.
Nice gift for Dhoni, but it wasn't a gift for Yuvraj Singh. Now then, let's have a look. There's still speculation about how he's out. For me, he's out LBW. Pitches in line, hits the base of the pad, going on to hit middle and off for mine. It's in line. I don't think that's hit the bat. If it has, it's just clipped the back edge of it. It's just out. LBW for mine. It's pitched in line. It's going on to hit middle and off.
The interesting thing for me was that the umpire seemed to wait for the catch to be completed there. Mike Guptill.
Well,
I was looking at the umpire live. Dhoni underway. He won't get 4.
Okay, let's analyse it at the end of this over. 184 for 5. Now, I like the last angle, all right? Now, the last angle told me McCullum and Taylor and McIntosh were all appealing for LBW because they're up now before the ball is caught. And now, Guptill is the one that's going to take the catch inside edge. Look, they're appealing for LBW. Now, 2 bites at the cherry catch. Now, he's looked around, you're right. He looked around as if to say, what's going on here? And maybe he came out caught. I think he's out LBW in the first place. So maybe he's out caught.
Yuvraj looked to whack his foot with his bat after he fell over the shot. That was why he was kind of limping away.
Well, he's not happy.
This has been New Zealand's session. Where's that gone? Man, that is just squeezed through the slips cordon along the ground. That will end T, and that sums it up for India.
It does, some loose batting, and in the end they had the last slice of luck. But it's been New Zealand's session, particularly the latter half of it.
Just added up the maidens. There are 10 of them in the day's play. There was none in the first hour. More runs for Dhoni. That's how he ended the second session. A streaky shot for 4. It was another one. He's up to 10.
Well, twice it's gone in that area, and I'm surprised Vittori doesn't have another man there, because he can be a scratchy starter, Dhoni, but once he gets his iron, he'll play his shots.
Couple of twos for Dhoni.
And that brings up the 200 runs for India.
Now, this is a very good slip scored and good long term as well. Taylor there at first slip.
250 runs.
McIntosh.
He's gone straight to the man at square leg. Well, Dravid can't believe it. It's Franklin who's taken the catch. And it came out of nowhere. So a lucky break here for New Zealand. And Dravid will spend so much time at the crease. Has hit this one straight to Franklin. Didn't quite time it at all. And a pretty straightforward chance.
With the catch, the bowling of Chris Martin sees the departure of Rahul Dravid for
Well, that is a shock, but that is great reward from New Zealand. The pressure was building, and now Dravid goes, and he is not happy. 35 to his name, but it is not enough, as India now plummet to 204 for 6. Harbhajan Singh now taking guard, his 77th match, averaging 16. And now New Zealand eye this lower order. They eye it up with great glee and enthusiasm, because they could pull off something very special here today. They acknowledged yesterday they needed to take a gamble to win this test match. They've done it this morning, winning the toss. And you'd have to say now justified. Harbhajan underway. But was he in control?
Yes, he's off the mark with a couple. Very important now for New Zealand to just be disciplined, because Harbhajan can be unorthodox. That's how Dravid went.
Yes, it just seemed a straightforward delivery from Martin. Nothing too innocuous, maybe a little bit of bounce. And certainly the bounce at the end, taking the splice. Rahul Dravid just pulling out a shot that we had not seen from him all series. Down to the fence for 4. Very lucky Harbhajan. 213 for 6. Lovely stroke. Good punch. Wide of cover, and that will go for 4. Dhoni's first. In fact, his second now as he reaches 20.
Yes, this was in the slot for him. The first real one that he can get a stride out and then punch it through the offside. He's got a strong bottom hand, so there's no great flourish with the follow through, but he struck it well.
There it is, over the top. That's what he does. Just got to be patient, keep it in the right areas, and hope for another chance. 2-2-2 for 6 now.
Yes, that's the key, isn't it? Being patient. The one thing with Harbhajan, when he flashes hard.
Advances. Dropped. Tough. Really tough chance. Martin Guptill is the man at the first of the 2 gullies.
Oh, it's a good effort here. Walking down the wicket and flashing at it. It was a little bit like catching practice, but he had to dive, and it was dying all the time. It would have been one of the good catches, it really would. He got a good hand on it, and it's the sort of thing that you just think, why didn't that stick?
229 for 6.
The roof of the RA Vance stand is encroaching on the ground with every minute.
Oh, pulled away by Harbhajan and pulled away very, very well. No ball from Ian O'Brien.
What a shot. There's an element of class in this stroke from Harbhajan. Yeah, big no ball. And he picked it up very quickly. Have a look at this. Bang. Even if New Zealand aren't picking up wickets here, is to ensure that these two don't score a lot of runs.
Oh, terrific. That's a really good shot.
Well, Harbhajan's played a couple of classy strokes in this innings, a pull stroke and now an on drive. His own particular style to that one, but it was put away very efficiently. No real flourish, just clipped down the ground.
Outside the line, he was walking down the wicket to MS Dhoni. A long way down, and I do believe outside the line as well.
Yeah, newer ball may be swinging. It's hinted at swinging. It has started to come back, but not enough. And he was definitely playing a stroke there. Fairly casual stroke, but a stroke. And a long way down as well.
There's a big shot this time. Simon Taufel had a closer look. Again, though, Dhoni, I think he's a long way down the pitch. Not sure it's coming back enough, Rigger.
Well, this technique that MS Dhoni is employing, I think, is just putting enough to put a lot of doubt into umpire Taufel's mind. I mean, he is a long way down there, and it is so difficult for one to get that ball to pitch in line and also hit.
Well, it's a beautiful evening, and we thought there might be light issues around 6 o'clock. I don't think there's gonna be. Oh, that's a good shot down the ground, and Dhoni's going to pick up a boundary at the end of the over. Beautiful straight drive, 255 for 6. So that foothole there is interesting for me. It's the James Franklin foothole. Oh, hoisted over the top. That's a very controlled shot from Dhoni. 2 bounces for 4. And again. And that may be struck even better. Have a look for Daryl Harper. Yeah, it is. It sounded better, and it was a great result for Dhoni and for India, and 11 runs off that over, 266 for 6. Oh, this time it's away from Franklin in front of square. In fact, not Franklin, it's O'Brien. Who was in pursuit. So a couple of runs there, and it's 272 for 6.
Didn't quite time it, Dhoni. And so he got it right on the toe of the bat, just out of reach of Franklin at square leg.
Over the top for 4, and that'll be 50 for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Brilliant stuff. Good fight back.
Yes, a real fighting innings by the Indian captain. He just salutes the crowd. Couldn't have come at a more important time for the Indians. And the run's coming quickly now.
Top edge again, should be out. Is out. O'Brien takes the catch, and Tim Southey's broken through. Dhoni cannot keep the pull shot down, the hook shot. And Southey has his second.
Well, that's the second time he's out in the series attempting the hook shot. He was out caught behind in the first test match. Unable to keep this one down. This was the top edge, and finally the ball going to a fielder. So New Zealand finally get the breakthrough. Dhoni departs after a good innings of 52. It's 283 for 7.
6 balls and 1 6 in the Australian after 52.
Zaheer Khan is the new player. India have lost their 7th wicket. This will be a very interesting last half an hour or so.
Oh, whack. Whack and swat. And 4.
Whack and swat is swack. It's a bit of a mow, isn't it? And again, another swack for 4.
And another no ball. Now that one was less of a mow. This was a genuine slog sweep, a big no ball as well from Daniel Vettori. Well played. Well controlled as well.
You talk about great tennis players hitting the ball early. Hitting the ball early. That's what Harbhajan did there. He hit it early, top spinned it through mid-wicket. And again, and that's an even better stroke. That is massive. And that is 50, and that is outstanding. Smoking it out of the park with his first 6, and yes, the punch. Well played, Harbhajan.
Well, the strokes just got better and better. The first one, yeah, a bit of a mow. The next one, well controlled. This was a very nice stroke. And hit beautifully.
That brings up 300 runs for India.
300 up for India before the second new ball. So an excellent run rate in Test cricket. Second new ball. Harbhajan, 54. Wow, that's a bit wide, and that is the call from Simon Telfer. Big chance here for Tim Southee. Oh, it in the air and through that vacant 4th slip position. Good start from Southee, and Harbhajan, boy, is he riding it well today.
Well, Southee is one bowler that I'd be throwing a third man, and I'd be taking him from deep square, banging him down to third man. Because at this stage, these sort of things really hurt. And with the ball swinging, and that one did swing from Southee.
Oh, that's gone. Good catch. Off the glove. No. No, Harbhajan is pointing to the shoulder. So is Daryl Harper and the other men that matter. Well, Daryl Harper is. Let's have a look.
Well, this is really flowing through. There was 2 noises as it went past, and I think that's hit the edge, then the shoulder. A good sharp catch. So it didn't loop through. Then it was swinging in the air. Well, it'll be interesting to look at that one on hot spot. You want to be careful shaking your head at the umpire there, Harbhajan, because you're not allowed to do the umpiring yourself. Let's have a look what hot spot says. No. Good umpiring decision. There was a couple of noises as that went past, and I really thought it was a little outside edge onto the shoulder. Out now. Harbhajan goes. Just hits it straight to Vettori, so his very good and exciting innings comes to an end.
Maybe a bit rattled by that decision in the previous over. It was a fast one from Southee. This one was a bit of a soft dismissal. It was just up there, and he sort of checked the shot. And all he did was hole out to Daniel Vettori. But it was a useful innings from Harbhajan Singh, gone for 63, 15 for 8.
At the crucial 101 minutes of 78 deliveries, 7 balls and 1 6. Harbhajan Singh the back to 60.
Ishant Sharma comes to the wicket, and the last partnership with genuine annoyance factor of 32 has been broken. Harbhajan Singh is on his way, and now India in real danger of being bowled out on the first day here, and that will please Daniel Vettori no end.
And the batsman's half in the shadow. Southey from the southern end. That's aerial again, but that'll be 4 more.
Well, he's decided now that he's going to be the aggressor, Zaheer Khan. Another player who's made some useful contributions of late. He had width on offer, he could free his arms.
Short this time, pulled away. That'll be 4.
Well, he's making merry here, and these are useful runs. Towards the end of the first day's play, he realizes the bowlers are tiring. It doesn't matter if the ball is a new one. I think these are right tactics from Zaheer. The second boundary of the over.
So Southey out of the attack, Ian O'Brien in 1 for 58. O'Brien from his 18 overs. A couple more tonight. That's gone away over extra cover, and that'll be 4 more. So Zaheer Khan taking the long handle to the New Zealand bowlers, and rightly so.
Yes, the tactics working for Zaheer. He's quickly moved on to 19. Well, he's decided that he's going to throw his bat at literally everything. Well, these are useful runs. It's an attacking field set, so opportunities are there to get the boundaries.
Straight down the ground this time. And 4 more.
Yes, I wonder what Vettori's tactics will be now, because this man is throwing his bat at literally everything. He's getting that front foot out of the way and smashing it straight back. I wonder if a man drops back at square leg and a short ball is attempted. As you can see, he's giving himself room. Not getting in line, that's the way he plays. He just clears that front leg, and if anything is in his range, he's going to throw his bat at it.
And again, he's got that one. That sounded fantastic off the bat. Might have gone all the way. Just short. So 3 in a row for Zaheer Khan.
Yes, and you can see what O'Brien has tried. He tried to follow Zaheer, and it just worked right for him. No one there on the onside, just mid-on, and he clearly helped himself to another boundary by chipping it over the infield. I think these are good tactics. He's not waiting for stumps. He realizes runs are also important now. 340 on the board.
Slow ball, full toss. 4 more.
Well, I think he's just losing the plot here, Simon. I think Vettori needs to have a chat, probably just spread out the field a little bit. You can see McCullum looking to go and have a chat, because it's difficult for a bowler when you have a batsman like this taking you to the cleaners. 4 boundaries of 4 balls. 345 on the board now.
Oh, this is great stuff. I love seeing this, Ravi.
He's batting like a true number 10.
Well, absolutely. Good on him. No support at the other end. This one's in the air. Vettori's coming round. Will he get it? No, he won't. No, he won't. Wide of Vettori. Another couple of runs for Zaheer Khan.
Well, these last 25-30 runs could be the difference between the two sides at the end of the first day. It's a lot of runs on the board, and the run rate now for the day over 4 runs per over with the Zaheer onslaught.
Oh, has he got it? He's got it, Brendan McCullum. That is a terrific catch. Good reply from Ian O'Brien. He finally got one straight and short enough. It picked up the glove of Zaheer Khan. 50 wickets in Test match cricket for Ian O'Brien.
Yes, it's the first time in this over, really. Zaheer looked to come in line and then couldn't get out of the way. But you're right, Simon. Terrific catch. End of the day's play. He's been keeping for a long time. Great reflexes. The timing has jumped to perfection. And Zaheer Khan goes for a useful 33. It's 3:47 for 9.
So Munaf Patel is the last man in for India. Not a lot to talk about there as far as his batting stats go. Chris Martin to Ishant Sharma. And the news is that if New Zealand pick up a wicket in this over, after the last wicket of Zaheer Khan, they'll have to come out and bat for one over. Ravi, one annoying over, but this was a good catch.
Good catch. See, the first time he looked to come in line and it was straight and Zaheer couldn't get out of the way. Terrific catch.
One's over the top of Gully, and 4 more to Ishant Sharma. New Zealanders finding it hard work to remove these tail enders at the moment.
Not just remove, to even contain.
Oh, lovely shot. Straight down the ground. Good timing too, Ishant Sharma. And it continues. 360 up, 9 down. Well, it's a half volley. Munaf Patel has joined the action. He's put it away through extra cover for 4.
That was right in the... And looking for a ball pitched up around off stump. And he's got it. These runs are really hurting New Zealand.
Short this time, and that's over the slips. I don't know how he's got it there, but he's managed to get it away for 4, Munaf Patel.
I think we've seen every shot today that can be played on a cricket field. Harbhajan showed us a few. Now between Zaheer Khan and Munaf Patel, he was practicing the shot, but on this occasion he was backing away and his bat was up like a periscope. And the ball caught it in the right area. Jesse Ryder can see the funny side of it. And the runs continue to flow. 368 at the moment.
Where's that one gone? He's been productive. I tell you what, it's been a productive area for India. It's another 4 overslips. Slower ball. And gets a little bit of bat on it. Oh, there's some trouble. There's a mix-up with the batsman. O'Brien's fallen over. Keystone Cops.
The batsmen bang into each other as well.
Oh, I think O'Brien got the bat, got Ishant Sharma's bat. Just almost a little ankle tap. No fault of Sharma's at all. Tim McIntosh, he's probably pleased. Probably a little just ounce of thank you in his mind, I would say. He'd rather come out tomorrow morning when it was fine, the sun shining. Sharma will pick up 1. Misfield from James Franklin. Last ball of the day. Ishant Sharma will end the day 15 not out. Munaf Patel 14 not out. Patel's faced 11 deliveries. Sharma 21.
New Zealand will be disappointed to an extent with the way things went in the last hour, because they'd hung in well, they chipped away at the wickets. You can see the top score there, 62, no one going on to make the big score. In the end, after 90 overs, 375 for 9. But have a look at that lower order, 60, 33, 15, 14. That's what's hurt New Zealand.
So 375. The bowling figures: 3 wickets for Martin, 2 for Southey, 2 for O'Brien, 1 apiece for Franklin and Ryder. No wickets for Daniel Vettori. We end the day, and India 375 for 9. We are live on Sky Sport 1 tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Sorry, for day 2 at the Basin Reserve. Make sure you join us then. The National Bank Series New Zealand vs India was brought to you by Mitre 10. Ross Taylor is the new man at the crease. New Zealand in a spot of bother once again. 31 for 2 now. Just a tick over 1,000 runs for Ross Taylor in 17 tests. Lovely shot. Very nice way to get off the mark.
Yes, there is a lot of natural talent and ability with Ross Taylor, as we saw in that last innings in Napier. And that's put away nicely. Not trying to hit it too hard. Just getting into a good position and punching it down the ground. Zaheer won't mind this.
He's got that through, and this should go for 4. So a nice forward defence followed up by a very good off drive.
40 for 2. McIntosh on 12. Another good drive. And another 4. So successive cover drives. This was an easier stroke because it was fuller.
Oh, first ball downwind for Sharma.
That'll run away for 4 byes. There's a very loose delivery from Harbhajan. 50 on the board for the Black Caps. Oh, good stroke. That is raced away. Now that's virtue of good leaving outside the off stump. It's showing solid defence, and Ishant Sharma is bound to come looking and therefore go a bit closer. And Taylor was ready to pounce.
Yeah, he went searching. He went searching, Sharma. And Ross Taylor has earned the right to get that bad delivery.
Fine balance there. No. Loose ball and put away. That'll make McIntosh feel good over lunch. He's fought hard. He's played some nice strokes in between a lot of leaving and some defence that's been necessary against some good bowling, particularly from Zaheer Khan, who picked up the 2 wickets for 18. Ishant Sharma, none for 26. And the Munaf Patel was very good into the breeze, none for 8. So the session sees 64 runs and 2 wickets for New Zealand.
Away from a man at point. Wasn't perfectly controlled from Ross Taylor, but because he plays it so late, he's able to get it a little finer. A boundary at 70 for 2.
That was so funny.
Inside edge, and that's got away for 4. And again we see McIntosh a little cast and the bat coming down at a very awkward angle.
Well, we've already seen one batsman in this New Zealand innings out in that fashion. This was pretty similar, only on this occasion McIntosh lucky that the ball missed the stumps. So slice of luck early on, straight away after lunch. That's the angle Ian Smith has been talking about.
Oh, gone. A beauty from Zaheer Khan. In close, and McIntosh drawn into the shot. Couldn't get the hands out of the way. And Rahul Dravid has taken the catch, which I believe has broken the world record. Or was it Laxman? It's Laxman. They must have swapped places.
Excellent delivery, extra bounce. It looked as if he was expecting the short ball. Yuvraj Singh making no mistake. He's standing at first slip. Tall man. Takes it easily. But this is superb stuff from Zaheer. New Zealand lose another wicket. 80 for 3.
McIntosh scored by previous Laxman in the bowling of Zaheer Khan. Departs New Zealand 80 for 3 now.
Jesse Ryder makes his way out to the middle, who was a hometown hero. He's got a new helmet, racy version of a helmet. He's got a new bat, we understand, and everything's up and running for Jesse. Things are working well for him. He's averaging 64. He's got a double 100, and he is a crowd favourite.
Oh, he's got that through. He's got that through very nicely. And that should run away for 4.
Well, Zaheer Khan has been truly outstanding today, but so too is Ross Taylor. This is by far his best secure start.
Well, he's got him. That was a poor stroke. And Zaheer Khan has really got the wood over the New Zealanders today. Jesse Ryder's form has deserted him because that was a lapse in concentration right there.
Oh dear. This is not a pretty one. Not a pretty one at all. Looking to throw the hands at it and hoping to get it away over the top of the slips. All he can get is what looked like an under edge, an underside edge, and get out for 3. 98 for 4.
James Franklin is in. 98 for 4, and Zaheer Khan has all 4. A big acid test here. Franklin did get 50 in Napier, but he will be tested now, and he will have to be at his best. 122 not out. His highest score was at number 9 at Cape Town. It's gone away for 4, and Franklin is off the mark with an inside edge just past the off stump. 100 up for New Zealand, but they are battling here at the basin.
Bouncy Yorker. Sweeping that on line. He's missed it. It looks like it's going to be league byes. We'll just wait. No. A little under edge on this, did James Franklin. Played it on line rather than the length, and because the length was very full, it was hard to hit. Let's have a look at this. Inside edge onto the pad. Short and wide and put away. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
It was that wide, right on the toe of the bat. Bit of a loosener for Ishant Sharma. Australia did well. He sort of wasn't a real flourish. He was definitely looking to get on top of the ball.
Harbhajan to continue. Big appeal. He's given him. He's given Ross Taylor down leg side. It's a big blow for Harbhajan Singh. MS Dhoni has taken a very tidy catch.
Ross Taylor walked very quickly, so there must have been some sound. It was a good take by Dhoni, never easy, going down the leg side. You see how Taylor looks back straight away, and the finger went up almost immediately, and he goes. There would have been a sound, and if the ball had to hit anything in that case, I reckon it would have hit the bat. He's gone for a well-made 42, and New Zealand now in deep trouble. 120 for 5.
Brendan McCullum is the new man. 44 test matches, just over 2,000 runs, average of 33. Very good century in Napier. And that's what Ravi Shastri was saying. Any length of time at all, McCullum will put the bad balls away.
And what's good about that shot is he's just come to the crease, but he gets into such good position. He's got fast hands and excellent timing. Didn't try and hit it too hard, but everything in the right place.
Just as I say it, Sehwag plucks one out of the air, and Franklin, quite frankly, has let his team down here.
Well, it was a sweep shot he never controlled. He never timed it, and he was never able to hit it either high or flat. He tried to get rid of the guy in close, and there he was, straight behind and cleanly taken by Sehwag, quite clearly above the turf. He wanted to get rid of short leg, but he ran out of patience, Franklin, and he ran out of luck. It's 125 for 6.
42 deliveries, 51 minutes in the crease.
Daniel Vettori is the skipper, and he won't be happy with the scoreline. 125 for 6. These are good batting conditions. It's been some good bowling from this end for India. Zaheer and now Sharma. Before a little ramp stroke.
Now, this is the way I think these two players have to go at it. McCullum and Vettori. They have to throw it back at India, and I don't say chance their arm, but they certainly have to play in a very natural, positive fashion. Get some fielders out of the slip cordon to maybe put some pressure back on the Indian attack, who have been under none.
This is out down towards third man, and it could be caught. No, it's gone all the way for 6. That is a very risky stroke. I don't think Vettori really cares about the risks anymore. He just feels that they've got to get runs on the board. That could easily have been taken in the deep.
Yes, he was placed down there for that particular reason, Zaheer Khan, and the plan was quite evident that Vettori would take it on out of instinct, and he got it just square enough, just well enough to get away from Zaheer Khan. It was a matter of metres in it, and it won't be the last time it's tried, and Tendulkar is party to this plan. He goes across to Ishant Sharma, and he has a word in his ear.
Inside edge, gone. Inside edge. What good bowling from Sharma. Outstanding the last over. He just peppered away at Daniel Vettori, and then, as Ian Smith rightly points out, this over he was going full, and there was nothing there except the inside edge.
And the bat away from the body as well. I think he's sort of semi-expecting Daniel Vettori that he was going to cop another couple on the over, but no. Sharma outthought him. He got him crease bound and just poking at the ball. And it didn't have to come back in and straightened. The inside edge did it for him. So Vettori goes a short stay of just 11. It's 138 for 7.
This is turning out to be an absolute disaster for New Zealand. Just the second day, they're staring down the barrel, possibly even a follow-on, which we don't think will happen. We think India will just bat on. But Tim Southee is here now at the crease. 9 down.
9 down?
7. Well, yeah, 7 down.
You're counting.
He's batting 9.
You're counting gimmies, aren't you?
No,
Chris Martin and Ian O'Brien.
No, he's.
Well, I've said in a short leg and a leg gully. I mean, that says to Tim Southee, you're going to cop it, pal. Now, I suggest that McCullum and Southee hit New Zealand past the follow-on mark. Southee straight away gets New Zealand cracking after tea with a very good shot through square leg. It was a poor delivery.
Was a loosener, and you can see he was pretty stiff, Yuvraj Singh. No problems in putting this one away. But his job will be, he'll be given 2 or 3 overs, I think, and see if he can pick up a wicket or so.
He's crunched that one. And Zaheer Khan's not prepared to enter into any conversation after that shot. 154 for 7. Zaheer's going to catch this. Zaheer says, me, I want 5. I got 5! And he fully deserves it. Saudi is sucked in, and New Zealand lose their 8th.
Well, there was no way he was going to allow anyone else to take this catch. The moment the ball went up in the air and he knew that he was in range. And what an effort. He deserves that 5-wicket haul. He's thrilled to bits. And this is a good catch as well, because it went miles up in the air. He took his time, positioned himself well, kept his eyes on the ball. And it's a 5-4 for Zaheer Khan. First 4 wickets of this innings, and now he gets Saudi. 160 for 8 New Zealand.
Well, he loves the Basin Reserve, does Zaheer Khan. 5 for 29 is his best figures. He has never, obviously, then got 6 in an innings. So it's right there for the taking. He has O'Brien and Martin in his sights, and McCullum at the other end on strike now. A great opportunity in his career. Here's McCullum on the receiving end. And he gets it away down fine. The boundary. I think McCullum really does have to go for it now. He can't trust too much in the other end.
Yes, and whatever the field's set for him, even if the field is deep, he's got to take his chances. Now that's a well-controlled shot, and he's just used the pace of Zaheer. This is the last man to go, again looking to back away, but Zaheer had changed the angle, so he had to get it from outside the off stump, and he took the catch comfortably. And up went the arms. He deserves that 5-wicket haul. He's bowled extremely well.
It's nicked outside edge, but in between the slips and the gully, and 4 runs for Ian O'Brien.
And 4 runs, that means India have no choice but to bat again. Follow on avoided. Probably all academic, really.
He went hard at it, O'Brien. That's it. That's an edge from Brendan McCullum. It was wide and good catch from Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Harbhajan's picked up another one, and the key one of that. That is Brendan McCullum.
Well, sometimes your strength can be your downfall. How short was this? It was shorter than one he missed earlier, but he just edged it. He was trying to get way back in his crease, and he just edged it. Out for 24, 181 for 9.
56 deliveries, 88 balls at the crease.
Chris Martin makes his way out the middle, and that means that pieces of paper get handed around in the commentary box about records to do with non-scoring. What have you got, Simon?
Chris Martin has gone since the first test in Australia in November. 23 matches without scoring a run. Since the first test against Australia in November, when he got 1 run in each innings, he has played in 23 matches without scoring a run.
So 6 men around the bat now.
Oh, that is the shot of the summer. That is outstanding. And the basin rise to a man. Look at that. He can bat. Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
Well, the reason why they're all up is, like you mentioned, Martin, first run since November. It's been a long, long time. But this shot got one of the biggest ovations of the day. Straight down the ground, and he gets off the mark.
Superbly executed. Look at the front foot, the flex, and the front knee, the extension, and the follow through. A batsman reborn, and Harbhajan, he knows it.
That'll be 4 as well for O'Brien.
giving back what India dished out last night from the tail.
This was well struck as well, just wide of Zaheer Khan. It was as if Munaf Patel took his hands out. He wouldn't have reached it. It was well struck. Just clearing that front leg, allowing the bat to go through.
Edged and gone. Dhoni has 6. Dhoni has 6 wickets. And Ian O'Brien's good hand is now over. And New Zealand are bowled out for 197.
Yes, the captain leading from the front. 6 catches for him in this innings. And he also got a half-century when he was batting, an important innings. So he'll be mighty pleased with this effort. A very disciplined performance by India. They bowl out New Zealand for 197, which means a lead of 182. And they would consider themselves in the driver's seat in this test match. Zaheer Khan will lead the players off the field. Another 5-wicket haul for him. He likes bowling on this ground. The last time he played here, he took a 5-4 as well. But this was a terrific effort. Once again, 5 for 65. And good support from Harbhajan Singh.
So disappointing from New Zealand's point of view, only able to bat 65 overs. They got a couple of starts, but just lost the wickets on 2 regular basis. McIntosh, 32, looked probably as good as he has throughout the series, but they have a problem at the top with Guptill and Flynn missing out. Ross Taylor looks solid, and Jesse Ryder flowered away at a loose one at the beginning of the end took place. Franklin 15, McCullum 24 in an innings which was neither one thing nor the other. He was stuck with the tail and didn't quite know how to go about it. So 12 extras in the process, 197 all out. They did manage to avoid the follow-on. That is the key. Khan 5 for 65, absolutely brilliant bowling, downwind the whole time, mixing it up, using the crease, using the angles, and a little bit of swing as well. He was a beauty for India. 1 for 47 for Sharma, 1 for 20 for Patel, who just continues to bowl straight for them. And Harbhajan, you get the feeling he will add more to the match later on in the piece with his 3 for 43, emphasising his skill. 379 plays 197. New Zealand trail by 182 runs, so India effectively 182 without loss as they start again.
Yes, the sun still shining brightly, and one would expect that there could be even more entertainment, especially with Sehwag at the crease, because nothing is going to stop him playing his natural game. Gautam Gambhir, he's had a good series, 25 matches, good start to his career, over 2,000 runs, and a match-saving 100 in the last test match in Napier.
I'm thinking that they'll get up to around 500 if they can, and as quickly as they can. That could be probably stumps tomorrow night and have 2 days to bowl New Zealand out. They'll back themselves to do that. I'm picking 500 will be the mark for declaration unless New Zealand can bowl them out. That's 4, and Sehwag underway. Trademark stroke. Flashing square cut for 4, 5 for none.
Well, there were shouts of catch it, but it was hit so hard. It was in the air, but no chance for the two fielders in that position. One at point, one at gully.
Love the way he just shifts his weight. Just a little push off the front foot onto the back foot, but the weight's gone back, and that's just given him the time and the freedom in which to slice that ball hard. Good effort there by Martin Guptill, I think. The point climbed high, and he couldn't bring it in. Sehwag again, slashing hard and high.
Yes, when he plays this shot, it's intentional that he wants to get the ball in the air. It's underneath, gets underneath it, and then the uppercut. Well, what he does is he flashes hard at the ball. Let's see the bottom hand coming into play.
Beautiful stroke, this time along the ground. What a stunning sight.
Yes, this is what puts the bowler under extreme pressure. You pitch it short, give him width, he'll smack you to point. And you pitch the ball up, he's ready to drive you down the ground. One of the most explosive players now in world cricket. It doesn't matter what the state of the game, Sehwag will play his natural game, and he's been given the license too by this Indian outfit.
This time, gone. Taylor has him off the glove. Good bowling from Chris Martin, and again it's the off cutter. It's tucking Sehwag up twice now in the match. He's gone to that type of delivery, and all of a sudden New Zealand just feel that it isn't such a bad day after all.
This is a very good ball, and it's followed Sehwag and bounced. I think that's what's done him. It's bounced a lot more than he would have expected. He looked to try and get his bat out of the way, but couldn't get the gloves out. And in the end, it just lobbed away to Taylor. India lose their first wicket in the second innings. Sehwag, the man, dismissed.
9 minutes six. India 14-1.
India have lost their first wicket. Sehwag is gone. A wonderful bit of bowling from Chris Martin. So Rahul Dravid striding to the non-striker's end.
It's a cracking shot. Short and wide and put away.
Well, he's been prolific at times, Gambhir, in a short career. He's made some major contributions, and most left-handers will love it there. Short and wide outside off stump. And basically a free hit.
Dravid's got that away. 4 runs was width. He was quickly onto it.
And also, it's only at 130.5 kilometres per hour, which is about 10k down on what you expect from Chris Martin. Maybe those days in the park are starting to kick in for a few individuals. It wouldn't be surprising. And that is down on pace and just too wide.
Lovely shot. Half volley, yes. Still got to put it away. 34 for 1.
A little bit of banter too between O'Brien and Gambhir, who does not shirk a chat. I'm not quite sure what Ian O'Brien can say after you've just been driven beautifully through the covers off the front foot, but probably said, read it on my blog.
He's got this one away. He's got it down to third man for 4.
Yes, he got plenty of bat on that. And what he did manage to do was get on top of that one. A little more width on offer on this occasion, but he's used the pace nicely.
A little bit dangerous. I mean, you've got 2 slips and a gully in place. He hit in the middle of the bat. But Gambhir certainly doesn't look comfortable with the line, the left armer's line here, and as if he's guessing in his mind whether it's going to be swinging away or going straight on with the angle of the left arm. And the other thing is it is coming out of the shadows. You can see the shadow the stand is making there, and then into light at the last minute. It can be quite difficult.
Now Franklin will continue, and what you want to see is a fuller length from Franklin, drawing Gambhir forward.
In the air, and it's gone through, and it's gone down to the boundary for 4.
Well, he saw him coming, Franklin. He was chipping down the track. Gambhir, he does that very often to just shorten the length. He starts walking down the track, even as the bowler is about to deliver the ball.
But I don't think he's comfortable here at all. And that stroke, a forced stroke, it's come from that. He's unsure of Franklin's line.
Plenty of shadow across the ground now, but the light's still very good.
It was a good turnout yesterday on a working day, of course a weekend, although retail sector it's still a working day in Wellington. 5,682 the official figure, and in this ground and the venues that New Zealand play test match cricket at, 5,000 provides atmosphere. That's the way it should be. Nice stroke for no run.
Yes, the support for this test match has been excellent. Really is a pretty sight when the sun is out. Lots of people on the banks there enjoying the cricket. And I'm sure, like I mentioned earlier, a lot more will come tomorrow.
.47 for 1.
The lead is 229 for India, and they'll just continue to build and build and build. I mean, they can play for a draw here. I mean, they don't need to lead themselves if they bat well enough time to bowl New Zealand out here to win the series. Knowing that this Indian side, like you do, Ravi, will they want though to win this match, even though that they can draw it, to win the series?
They'll definitely want to win it. Knowing the way this team plays it, they'll believe that if they have 5 sessions at New Zealand in the second innings, they could easily win this test match, which means that they will bat the whole day tomorrow, unless New Zealand bowl them out.
There's just so much time left. The fact that they're able to bowl New Zealand out in 65 overs, there's just so much time left. Of course, the clocks go back this evening, so we start to get into light issues. Try to make that up with a couple of days. They'll try to start early, start half an hour early. So that it's unlikely that the full 5 days in terms of time will be played out, but this game is very well advanced.
And just goes to show how important that last hour of play yesterday was for India. Because they scored 375 runs in a day. And that makes a big difference. It's taken the game forward.
The majorly disappointing thing as far as that the New Zealand side is concerned is I think these are the conditions that they asked for. That all along they were saying, no, we don't want a really green seaming wicket. That would be unfair. We give us something where there's a little bit of life in it for the bowlers, but you'd class as a good pitch. That's what they were asking for. And they have got that and been completely outplayed on it.
And the groundsman was right. He said, just look back at the results over the years. It's a result pitch, and this one will be no different. Don't go by what it looks, what color it is. It will still have something there for the faster bowlers and for the spinners as the game progresses. And he's been proved absolutely right.
That's a good lead, that. He's working very hard here, Gambhir, just to get into Franklin's line. Early on, I feel he's really struggled with picking up the line that he needs to play and what he doesn't need to play. And that was, well, Franklin may go on a little bit about it. That was a good line to leave. That was a good leave. Oh, this one's through. A nice stroke down the ground. Just a couple for Gambhir, but it's 2 runs generated from the nice leave. 49 for 1. It's like domestic cricket, and we have some television coverage for you. The State Championship final, Auckland Aces versus the Central Stags. You can catch daily highlights on Sky Sport 3, starting from Monday the 6th, going through to Friday the 10th of April. Day 1 from 11:30, day 2 from 10:30 p.m.
Coming into the attack now.
Well, Jesse Ryder introduced into the attack. He missed out with a bat today. And he has this knack of breaking partnerships.
Well, you got a little bit of Singh movement there too.
Just trying to hit it too hard, Dravid, on that occasion. But he'll keep Dravid honest. He will not want to relax against someone like Ryder, because like Mark Richardson just mentioned, he has the ability to nip the odd one back into you. And he's around that off stump area most of the time.
About 6 minutes left of play this evening. They can't play past 6:30. There's 3 overs left after this one. So the chances are they'll come up 1 over short, using the extra half hour of overtime available, which is not really acceptable.
Teasing Dravid outside that off stump. And Dravid's the kind of player, he's been around for a long time. He'll let them go outside the off stump.
Enough for 1. Just the early wicket of Sehwag. We got an absolute peach from Chris Martin that bounced and reared back at him. Gambhir's getting himself established at the crease. He spent some time at the crease in this series. Dravid the wall. Dravid the wall is desperately trying to defend his way through to stumps. Probably 2 more overs. Inside 5 minutes now. Successful bowler Chris Martin, 1 for 13.
Yeah, that's a pretty pacey delivery that hurried Gambhir and bounced on him.
That is good pace. 142k. Late in the day. And I had Gambhir hopping just a little. It's getting quicker. 145k. That's sharp. That's really sharp.
He's got the breeze behind him, so he's running in with the wind behind him. But it's a good effort to get the speed up to what he has. And you can see Gambhir hurried again, jumping off the ground and just working it around the corner. Going through nicely. He is bending his back. Even that last delivery, the batsman didn't have to play it, but it shot through to McCullum. Surprised him also. Look at that take. It was onto him quick, thudding into the gloves. This might well be the last over of the day's play. Still 2 deliveries to go.
It's going to be probably the quickest over of the whole test match right here. Maybe O'Brien just releasing a little bit of frustration.
Everyone there.
So just 1 ball to go. One would imagine that this might just be the last ball of today's play. And if India can see this off, they will be thoroughly satisfied with the very impressive day of Test match cricket.
Over.
That makes
And
it
time,
51 for 1. It makes it time.
I know you'd like to stay longer.
O'Brien just looks at the clock and says, hey, why not another one?
So play finishing at 6:30 on the dot, at which point New Zealand had bowled 16 overs and India were 1 for 51 on their second turn at bat. Gambhir looking most assured on 28, and the wall, Rahul Dravid, unmovable and ready to bat tomorrow on 9. 2 extras in the process, just the wicket of Virender Sehwag. Spirited try from the New Zealanders, using 5 bowlers in all, but only Martin with any success, and another long day in prospect tomorrow. So the overall situation very much in favour of India. 379 and 51 for one, plays 197. They lead by 233 runs. They have 9 second innings wickets in hand. They hold all the cards. We'll see you on Sunday, and don't forget to put your clocks back an hour.
The National Bank Series New Zealand vs India was brought to you by Mitre 10. The National Bank Series New Zealand vs India is brought to you by Mitre 10. Round the wicket, he's got him too. An inside edge, back onto his stumps, and Gautam is gone. Nick, gone. Zaheer Khan's picked up another.
Zaheer Khan.
Well, he's got him. And Zaheer Khan has really got the wood over the New Zealanders today.
Straight up in the air. Who's going to catch this? Zaheer says me. I want 5. I got 5. And he fully deserves it. They're coming in again to the Basin Reserve. We welcome you from around the world to New Zealand's capital city for day 3 of this 3rd Test match between New Zealand and India. And yes, New Zealand are out there fielding again because they didn't bat too well yesterday. Ross Taylor in shot was one of the better performers before he was caught down the leg side. And because of the fact they couldn't bat all day, the Indians got stuck in last night. And in the background, the sign says the wall, and the wall is Rahul Dravid. He comes out with Gautam, Gambhir. With the overall situation, India leading by 233 runs, 9 second innings wickets intact, and that's on the back of 379 in their first turn at bat. New Zealand's paltry 197 and 51 for one. So the prospect then lies in a pretty breezy sort of climate this afternoon for India to bat all day, you would assume, and build up a monumental lead, and then think about overnight what they want to do tomorrow. That would be the plan. Very simple. For New Zealand, it's wrap up. And in terms of the bowlers, step up. See if you can get 3 or 4 wickets this morning. I'm going to throw up to the commentary box. Here's Mark Richardson, and good morning to Martin Crowe.
Morning, Smithy. Yeah, good day to rug up. Very gloomy Sunday. Not only overhead, but also for New Zealand. But for India, they can plough on and create history here. 40 years, 41 years to be exact, since they last won a Test series in New Zealand. They can do it. Perhaps not today, but they can certainly set it up with batting New Zealand out of the match, getting a lead of 500, and then maybe tomorrow coming back and wrapping up the series. But a lot of work to be done between now and then. Gambhir is the left-hander on strike. In fact, he's at the non-striker's end. He's on 28, Dravid on 9. And these two will look to just blunt this attack for the first hour. Set up the day for the stroke makers later. Here's Southey.
That is a very good stroke. He just waited for something to hit Gautam Gambhir, and when he got it, he put it away beautifully.
He might be the second or the left-handed wall on this Indian side, but every now and then he plays a silky stroke. Best placed to place the ball on a cricket field, back past the bowler. More runs, make it 4.
Some quite classic batting from Gambhir this morning in terms of test match batting from a left-hander. He's left well, he's defended well, he's driven one straight down the ground, and then he waited for a little bit of width and something slightly shorter, and he's played a classical square cut. Beautifully controlled, hit down, hit into the gap, and just in front of point. There's nothing spectacular about Chris Martin. Just gets on with his job. He bowls quick enough. When the ball's swinging, he gets some swing. He gets good players out. But he fronts up time and time again. And you know what you're going to get. He's a very trustworthy cricketer. And yeah, I agree with you, very harshly treated.
Well, as a nation, we drop him. We say, no, we're not happy with your speeds. I mean, the guy deserves to be in the side, opening the bowling. Away for 4, off the thick edge. Gambhir's 7th 4. We just don't have these sorts of riches, this experience. 48 test matches. He's bowled some sides out in this time. This selection panel, led by Glenn Turner, they just like to send out the message every now and then. The place is never for certain.
He's got that away. Dravid and smashed it down to the ground and smashed it behind point for 4.
Classic stroke. It's a shame Tim Southey just couldn't stay patient. He went searching one a bit wider and beautifully timed. Straight into the ground. So first runs for Dravid this morning.
This is the one he missed earlier. It was wide and it stayed down just a little bit. And this one probably came on at a slightly better pace. He was ready for it and he put it away.
And 4 more. This time Southey short and a straighter delivery, but easily dispatched. Dravid on a roll now, 79 for 1.
Well, this is what can happen when you play in this fashion. You score your runs often in little flurries of boundaries, and you work hard between that. Good defence, good leaving, and then when you wear the bowler down, you get a wide one, you cut it, then there's a readjustment in line, and you get another bad ball. And Dravid earned those. He earned those opportunities.
He'll have it now. Tips that away through the leg side. And he'll pick up a couple and move through to 51. Test match half century number 11 for Gautam Gambhir. It's been a good innings.
Yes, his impressive run continues. India have been a different side ever since Gambhir's established himself at the top of the order. Makes a very good opening pair with Virendra Sehwag. Left hand, right hand batting combination at the top. And ever since he's started getting runs, you can see the difference in India's fortunes. That should be 4. Just opening the face of the blade and running it down and getting the boundary. So the runs coming now quickly for the Indians. The 100 is up and the lead stretching to 284. So New Zealand still searching for that wicket this morning.
Down the ground in the air, hitting down breeze, and he gets a boundary for his troubles. So 111 for 1. Last ball of the last over was Dravid at his best. He didn't use his feet a long way, just extended the front foot. You see the back foot basically stays in the crease just in case the ball gets past him, but a big stride. And then he clears the front foot. It's a very clever piece of batting.
Well, the thinking in Napier, I think we may have gone down the lines of the amount of runs we have on the board, the amount of time left in the game, that if we stop them from scoring too quickly, the time will just say we'll bowl them out. Well, with this Indian side, that doesn't happen. That is a very good piece of placement for 4.
Well, it is, considering there is a sweeper out there. Chris Martin is out there and he never got close to it. 100 partnership. And that is symbolic, very symbolic, because Rahul Dravid now has shared in 76 opening partnerships of 100 or more. So Gambhir is 63 and Dravid 36. He's on 9 for half an hour, right, Rahul Dravid, so he's picked up the pace. But I remember back to Napier through the gap, and that'll run away for 4-2. So Gambhir picks up another boundary. And the lead now is over 300.
He's really worked out James Franklin as Gambhir. He struggled with his line. Now he started to get a feel for him. And look at him just use the angle as it comes into him to play it nice and late with a really good angle on the cricket bat to pick up runs behind point. And he's a really crafty competitor.
He's lofted it down the ground, and that goes into the fence for 4, and he moves to 73, Gambhir.
There's a man out at deep long on looking for this type of stroke, but Gambhir very cleverly places this wide, very safe, gets far enough to the offside that he can get it wide enough on the onside.
Oh, beautifully played. Just over pitching somewhat, and Dravid, who'd been on the receiving end for most of the over, like the great player he is, has the final say. It's 134 for 1.
Ramping, beautiful. Oh, yeah. That's a man who knows where the field is and also knows where the middle of his bat is.
Oh, terrific. Really good. Something that's crept into the game. It's just become a part and parcel of it. Don't have to hook anymore. You can play that way. That's brilliant. Downwind. Just flown away. Deliberately hit it up in the air and let the breeze take it.
Yeah, I really felt for the New Zealand batsmen yesterday as individuals. I mean, collectively they know that they let their side down, they let the country down in terms of batting only 65 overs in reasonably good conditions. But you just got to acknowledge that they're all thrown in together. And putting Napier aside in conditions that do help bowlers, there are going to be some dark days ahead.
Oh, absolutely. And when you heard you talking about it earlier as well, that you just need some assurance. Someone who's been there, done that for so long, and India have got it in spades, really. Dravid, Tendulkar, Laxman with 300 odd test matches amongst them. The experience is so crucial for the likes of Gambhir. When one or two of them goes and someone else comes in, a Suresh Raina. Just it begs the question, we let our guys go too early. We almost forced them out of the game, Martin, our players, a la Stephen Fleming, Nathan Astle, these sorts of guys.
Yes, I think Stephen Fleming's gone today. He's left Wellington to get involved with Chennai, and good luck to him. Oh, I'm with you on that. Let's not go there. 141 for 1. Ramping again. And this time there is protection, and that's why Gambhir just sort of knocked it over the slips, but he rolled his wrists to make it fall short of third man. 142 for 1. Great stroke. What a good shot. Little shimmy and whack. Clearing the hips nicely, and that enabled him to hit it through the onside comfortably. This man's got a lot of runs in the one-day game. He knows how to play that shot. And again, along the ground this time in 50.
Oh, really good this morning. Well, Dravid got himself in. He played some lovely shots. He lifted his strike rate. It's been a match for Gautam Gambhir. That's a really good shot. Another test match half century for Rahul Dravid.
Once Dravid got that first 4 away, he was off. He's hit 9 in the last hour and a bit. All around the park as well. '57th 50 to go with his 2600s. You know, the amazing thing about Dravid is that he averages 47 at home in 59 tests. He averages 57 away. You would think it would be the opposite. That's how good his technique is. Talking of which, that will hit the practice wickets and fly away. So Gambhir races to 88.
There's another terrific shot. Just listen to you say that, Marty. You'd have to think that that Dravid would be one of the few in, I guess, the Indian game that have played, let's say, more than 20 or 30 test matches that average a considerable amount more away from home. Can't imagine there'd be many more. But always felt, playing against Rahul Dravid right from the early days, that he had the best technique to play in New Zealand and Australia, and perhaps England conditions as well. Played the ball so late and was prepared to wait and wait for the bad ball to put it away. And 52 is his average, 47 at home, 57 away.
Short and wide again. It was easy pickings, really, for a quality player.
O'Brien's just getting carried away. Unfortunately for him, he's getting carried away bowling downwind and bowling short. Got to find the length. Zaheer Khan taught his bowlers and probably the New Zealand bowlers in some way the length to bowl.
Beautifully played there. Might just get hauled in. Yes, James Franklin has done well, but that is the 150 partnership up between Dravid and Gambhir. They batted a lot together this last week, and they now come together in the middle for a little glove punch and the acknowledgement of another wonderful partnership. Another 4. Short and wide and slashed again. The New Zealanders are not learning. Far too much of this sort of bowling going on. Vittori just stands at mid-on with his hands on his head, but really he has got to continually think of even the medium long term and get over to Tim Southey and tell him that that is not the place to bowl.
Saudi will continue. You can see all the players out there because Gambhir is on 97. One shot, one boundary away from another 100. Down the track. Would you believe it? He's brought it up in terrific fashion. Chipping down the track to Saudi as if he was a spinner. And he gets his second 100 of the series.
Wow, what a way to play. What a freedom. Absolutely no nervous 90s. He's just an extraordinary character, this man. Adam, he came straight at Tim Southey saying, you might have a loosener, but I'm not. And it wasn't even there to hit. And he manufactured a brilliant cover drive out of it.
That is a terrific touch. And the scoreboard really racing along now. Consecutive boundaries for Gambhir. First the audacity to come down the track and then a deft touch. Well, he's moved on to 106. Those watching here in New Zealand would have been surprised with that shot he played when on 97. But millions of viewers back home in India would not be surprised because it was in a test match in New Delhi against Australia. He was on 95 or 96 and he danced down the track and put the ball in the crowd for fast bowler. Straight back over his head for 6 to bring up 100. He went on to get a double 100 in that game. And now he's striking it sweetly.
Well, again, another extraordinary cover drive. Just managed to be parried away by Martin Guptill in the covers. Otherwise, that would have raced through for the third one in the over. This could be a really big afternoon of batting. You sense that if India really want to go for it, now that they're in such comfortable shape, it could be bad news for the bowlers.
And Dravid doing the right thing, keeping the scoreboard ticking along, rotating the strike. And just coming back to Gambhir, I do believe he's going to be one of the real pillars of this Indian batting lineup over the next 4 or 5 years. His reputation is growing by the day.
It'd only be what, Ravi? Oh, I'm thinking in old people's terms here, about 5'5", 5'4", 5'5".
Yes, I would say 5'5", 5'6" at the most. But he's a terrific player now. 181 for 1.
How many of the great players in world cricket have turned out to be, in terms of batting, men of shorter stature? This is just a brilliant. This is this morning. Ramp shots, use of the feet, square of the wicket on the offside. One of his favourite collecting areas is 3 point, and that to bring up the 100. Spectacular. Oh, this is the most aggressive I've seen Rahul Dravid in this series. This mood today is very positive indeed.
Yes, Ian, I think it's the right approach. This is the best approach he could have had today, because he spent a lot of time at the crease in the first innings and then went after one which he didn't time and got out. Today he's maintained a good tempo to his innings. Oh, that's good work. Excellent work by Brendan McCullum. Good anticipation, and against the run-up play, Dravid is dismissed.
This is a great wicket-keeping catch, folks. It is just unbelievable thinking from McCullum. Absolutely brilliant. Look at this. Anticipating the shot and straight in the bread basket. That is as good as it gets standing up to the wicket. In fact, it's better than it ever gets. He outthought a great thinker. And Dravid goes for 60, India 184 for 2. A genius piece of wicket-keeping has brought a genius to the crease. Sachin Tendulkar.
What an ovation as he came out to the centre. He commands that kind of respect in the game for what he's done over the years. But we saw some brilliant stuff, as Ian Smith described a little while earlier. Genius from Brendan McCullum. Just the weight of everything there. Matches, runs, average, hundreds. That's a loaded package.
This could well be one of the best pieces of wicket-keeping thinking and I guess technique-wise I've ever seen. Just brilliant. That's a good shot. He waited on the back foot, didn't he, Gambhir? Eased it away. I'm not quite sure it'll quite get to the fence, so cut it off.
Well, that's his great strength when he plays spin, Gautam Gambhir. He's got quick feet. If you toss the ball up, he'll chip down the track to you. He picks up length quickly. Look how far back he goes in his crease so that he gets the time to place the ball on the offside.
Great shot. Just a little bit of width. That's all he needed.
Well, he knows exactly where the fielders are. This is intentional. It's played on purpose once he saw the width outside the off stump. And really now displaying his full array of strokes. And then cuts, the pulls, the dancing down the track, working it away on the onside.
I don't know if he got that perfectly, but it's going to fly a long, long way for 6. Oh, I thought it was mistimed.
He was down the track in a flash and giving himself room. Looked as if he was first going to hit inside out over extra cover. But the intention was clear. The field is up. There's a silly point in place. So Tendulkar deciding to give the charge and picking the right ball.
Well, this is probably the last time that New Zealand crowds will see Sachin Tendulkar playing in New Zealand conditions, on New Zealand soil. What will he check out with? Has he got something special in store? He's been magnificently consistent throughout this test series. Very good 100 in the first test. Now he's got very good opportunity out here. India will bat for some time. Oh, that nearly snuck through. That was the quicker one, the undercutter from Vittori. And then he needed every ounce of skill to keep that out, did Tendulkar. And yeah! What a dismissal for Daniel Vittori. He's knocked the little master out. Oh, that's a good piece of bowling indeed. Good view here of Ross Taylor moving quickly to his right. Lovely catch. Lovely bit of bowling too. So a good combination is required to send Sachin Tendulkar on his way. A rare failure on this tour. He's out for 9, 208 for 3.
5.14.
Previous Laxman Comes to the middle. The fall of Tendulkar's wicket, so no heroics for Sachin Tendulkar in his final Test match innings in New Zealand. And as Laxman got installed, played a very nice 100 Napier. In fact, that innings had almost snuck underneath the radar, really. It was of high quality, showed all his skill. Speaking of skill, this is very, very good for the New Zealand captain. Right up there on a good length, pitched. Tendulkar couldn't quite cover it. It spun, and a sharp catch as well from Taylor, who's starting to distinguish himself as a very good slipper. As far as left-arm spinners go, they love to pick up wickets in that fashion. A real classic. Doesn't matter what the game situation, every bowler likes to get the little master out.
He's pulled away. First ball after drinks, and Laxman has rocked onto the back foot and smashed it through just forward a square.
Yes, good shot. He was in control of that one because he gets into good position, rolls his wrists and keeps the ball to ground. Yes, he picks up the length early.
Well, everybody has their few seconds in the sun, don't they? So 400 the lead now for India after that boundary from VVS Laxman. 401.
Yes, the lead is over 400, and during the course of this innings, this man's gone past 400 runs in the series to become the leading run getter for India. And he's stringing in some good series back to back. He was the leading run getter against the Australians back home in India in spite of missing one test. It's been a great last 12 months for Gautam Gambhir.
That's a terrific shot. Half volley, yes, but you've got to put them away. And Laxman has done just that.
Well, we saw quite a few shots like that in Napier. He's a boundary man. Make no mistake about that. Whenever Laxman gets a big score, you just have to see the number of boundaries he's hit.
Hardly anyone's not made a contribution.
Yes, I suppose if you looked at it, Yuvraj might slightly fall into that because the runs he got in Napier were easy runs. The game was pretty well cut and dried there. Oh, that's lovely placement. Really is. Just easing it through the gap. No great velocity in the shot, and now he's going to sneak a third.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just one player. All the top five have... Satwag hasn't got a 50, to be fair, but he scored at such a rate in getting to 20, 30 or 40. It's helped sort of set the scene to a certain extent. But all the bowlers have made their mark.
No.
Ishant and Munif, Zaheer and Hamilton was superb, and all three were good here, particularly Zaheer Khan. Harbhajan has got the most wickets in the series, along with Chris Martin, that being 12. And of course, MS Dhoni has been outstanding. Beautiful stroke. Very smooth. You made that look easy. You made that look very innocuous. 245 for 3.
Lead 432. Wants 2. Gambhir, and he'll get those with ease. Southey won't be able to cut those off. Oh, that's a good shot. My word, it is. Vettori trying to run it down. I think he will. But it was beautifully placed from Gambhir. Good chase. Yes, on the subject of Daniel Vettori, this is what he said when asked by Mark Richardson.
Well, number 6 batsman's our opening bowler as well, so it's he sort of covers both options. So I think we're comfortable with it, and I think most of the bowlers bowl pretty well throughout the series. So just bringing Tim in to hopefully give us something a little bit different at the top and hopefully take some wickets.
2 again. Yes, so you can clearly hear that he did say our opening bowler is also our number 6, but this ball is very near past its use-by date. It's nearly up 74 overs after this, and his opening bowler as such has only bowled 8 overs.
Well, I think I'm right in saying he hasn't even opened in the whole match. He didn't open in the first innings by recollection. Came in, I think he was the 4th bowler to come into the attack on day 1 when he picked up Gambhir. The interesting thing for Vettori and Andy Moles and the selectors and all those people that are involved is that their next test match might not be till next Boxing Day. Might be back here at the Basin, who knows, but it'll be fascinating to see who's batting 6th then. Will it be James Franklin? And I guess it would have to be, because there's no cricket in between. Just wondering if there's any New Zealand A tours through the course of the winter.
I suppose it could be Jacob Oram, but then that'll depend on who the opposition is. 256 for 3. Martin, just look at that's fantastic, and that's AC Smith at the non-strikers in for England. On strike, tell me. Look at that stance.
No, I was 6 months older when I was watching it, but
you know that stooped stance. Slick back hair, brill cream type hair.
Artie Dick?
No, not the batsman.
Oh, I don't know.
Cowdrey.
Colin Cowdrey.
Colin Cowdrey. That's Artie Dick. You can see where he is. That's Artie Dick, wicketkeeper.
Oh, sorry. Right. You want to know the batsman?
Yep.
I couldn't look past the first man.
So Cowdrey, unmistakably Colin Cowdrey on strike. Umpire is Doug Dumpleton. Okay. Bowler.
What's the cameraman doing?
Oh, let's hold it. I'm getting to him. Bruce Morrison is the bowler. And that is boundary. That is very, very firmly struck. get back to that photo. And Paul Barton is the man to your right of the slip, actually the slip next to Artie Dick. Now the cameraman, that is a different thing. Now we believe that is Geoffrey Clements back in 62, 63. So that means he's been working on our crew now for 47 years. And see the ball follow on that camera? The interesting thing is that Geoffrey Clements operates the ball follow, folks, and that's the one that's following the ball as it leaves the bowler's hand and around the ground. So what the heck is he looking at?
Well, yeah, the bowler's just let the ball go. Geoffrey Clements is actually looking at someone, I reckon, in the crowd.
Yeah. Well, some things don't change.
And there he is, and that was 62, 63?
Yep.
Wow. Where'd you get that photo from, Smithy?
Well, this archive was beautifully brought up, Martin. I can tell you right here and now, though, that Gautam Gambhir's brought up as 150. And I know where he got that from. Out of his amazing skill.
Geoffrey Clements has captured it. Wonderful performance. 151 not out, 300 minutes.
Great display of patience.
Get
263-43.
Three of his 6 centuries, 150 plus. So he is a big run maker. Loves that cut shot. Top innings, 36 ones, 15 fours. That 1-6 was a cut shot over third man earlier today. Just the one boundary on the onside.
That's boundary. Too short at Jesse Ryder's pace for VBS to have any problem at all.
Well, he got hold of this one, and the placement was even better. Easy pickings for Laxman. That was halfway down the track, sat up nicely to be hit. Didn't take him long. 2 steps down the track, bang. And it's 6.
Well, he had a look first ball, didn't he? He wanted to come first ball, and he thought, no, wasn't quite there. So Vittori will have the option now to send that man back. We'll keep him up. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Just look how he really dips and gets the body underneath it. Just for a short man, he bends the knees and makes sure he gets the elevation absolutely right. And Tony Hill will now experience a lot more high-pressure umpiring now that he's been elected to the elite panel of world umpiring alongside Billy Bowden. Oh, just a short arm. He really over mid-off. It was an unusual shot, but it was very effective.
The moment the field comes up, both these batsmen not afraid to take the aerial route. A little bit of extra flight, and that's what made Laxman get underneath it and hit it over mid-off. Beautiful shot. Typical Laxman. Wristy flick racing away to the boundary. It's 296 plus 4 for 3.
In the air, but away through the gap, and 50 for VVS Laxman.
A good innings for Laxman once again, just carrying on from where he left off in Napier. 100-run partnership as well as Laxman's 50.
Very close, full enough to be in line, yes! And Gambhir's very good innings comes to an end, having New Zealand taken the second new ball.
Oh, good piece of bowling. It was full, just swung a little bit back into Gautam Gambhir, and a lapse of concentration from him. He's furious with himself, but it's been a magnificent innings. He really has played beautifully. He's led the way for this Indian total. You just see it pitching about the middle and leg, going on to hit middle and off. And no hesitation at all from Simon Taufel. Ian O'Brien picks up the wicket. Gambhir gone for 167 and India 314 for 4.
Yuvraj Singh is the new player. And then it's 6 in this very strong Indian top 7. Well, Simon always take the new ball. Always.
Yes, it's proved right. Ian O'Brien has got one right. Looked very much like it pitched a roundabout leg stump. I thought it might have swung back in a little bit towards Gambhir, but it just went straight on, really.
Well, he got it full enough. That was the key. He got it full enough. That's the key here, to ensure that it pitches in line and then maybe straightens. Hits him on the back pad. That is dead.
Yeah, providing it pitched in line, which I think it pitched a roundabout leg stump. No inside edge, no hint of it. And he was pretty angry with himself, Gambhir. So once again, I think for the third time in his recent innings, Yuvraj Singh comes in for the second new ball. Now have a look where this pitches. Where does it pitch? Just on leg stump. And going on to hit middle and off. As predicted.
In the air and through. It was in the air for quite some time, but past the diving outstretched hand of the man in the gully there.
Yeah, Jesse Ryder, that man, and India's lead now over 500. 501. Was again nice and full from Ian O'Brien. He drew Laxman into the shot. Picked up the outside edge. It was genuine. But it was wide of Jesse Ryder.
He's actually looked quite threatening in the spell so far, Ian O'Brien, with the new ball, especially when he's got it up there. Got it nice and full.
Stump. He has been threatening all right, Ian O'Brien.
Oh, that's a beauty. Not sure where this has come from, but the length is key. It's an absolute rim, Ian O'Brien. It was full. It nipped back. Pretty sure there was no assistance from Laxman, no inside edge. Just nipped back and smashed into the top of off stump. Exactly what you want to see as an opening bowler. VVS Laxman gone for 61. India now 319 for 5, and it's time for a drink.
He's away with the boundary. Just tearing in through the two gullies there and getting it to the boundary.
I was just talking off air with Ian Smith. We noticed when the second new ball was taken, Gambhir guided forward to third man, and then Laxman did the same. Now Dhoni has done the same, and we wondered how many runs have India scored with a guide to third man in this match. How many boundaries?
Oh, he goes again. This time an excellent cover drive. It's just the stage now for Dhoni to play his natural game. Total control of that shot.
James Franklin, for first time in the match, is the new ball. So a real good opportunity for him to show his skipper that he's worthy of it.
Standing way outside the crease once again and getting a good stride forward. Nicely balanced when he plays it. That's well struck. He doesn't bother to run, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, once he knew he'd got it past the bowler.
The National Bank Series New Zealand vs India is brought to you by Mitre 10.
That is a very good stroke. And 4 more. And again, along the ground this time at 50.
Down the track, would you believe it? He's brought it up in terrific fashion.
This is a great wicket-keeping catch, folks. It is just unbelievable thinking. What a ball! What a dismissal for Daniel Vettori. He's nicked the little master out. Oh, what a ripper. That's come rearing back from outside the line of off stump. Welcome to the Basin Reserve. This is day 4 of the third and final test between New Zealand and India. And it's an overcast day in the capital. The breeze still coming down the ground from that direction, which is the north. The players pretty much all ready to go, just confirming that we're not expecting any rain today. The temperature around 20 degrees, but blustery. The wind from the north at 28, and the light is good at the moment, but it might be an issue later in the evening. So the situation is that India are in the box seat. They're lead by 531 runs. They've got 5 second innings wickets in hand, and they want to add to that lead. Chris Martin has the ball in hand. We're all set for the first action here on day 4, and alongside me, Ravi Shastri. Fluent drive from Yuvraj Singh to get things underway. Well, Ravi, the big question is, as the end of that over from last night is complete, is how long for India? How long will they keep New Zealand out there?
Morning, Smithy. Morning, all our viewers, wherever you are. I would imagine this being a 2.5-hour session, which is a long one. India would bat for an hour max, which means they'll try and stretch this anywhere beyond 575. They could even get 600 if both these players hang in there for that length of time, and then have a crack at New Zealand on either side of lunch. Yuvraj Singh on 15, Dhoni on 16. They have to start all over again, but one thing we know, both these players score quickly, and they run well between the wickets.
Yes, well, I kind of think 600 is in their mind. I think that is just such a psychological thing, and as Gautam Gambhir said in the paper this morning, that means New Zealand can't win. And he also said he cannot see many sides in the world surviving 5 sessions against the Indian bowling attack. So that is the challenge ahead. It's monumental.
Yep.
That brings up 350 runs for India.
Well, the pace might have gone out of this pitch, but I still believe that the bounce might be a little indifferent as the game progresses. Every now and then you get the odd one that bounces on you, like that one. Dhoni's gloved it. We saw one to Sehwag that dismissed him, and I'm sure someone like Ishant Sharma.
Crunch! Magnificent shot from Dhoni. What a cover drive.
That's glorious. Struck on the up. That was majestic from the Indian captain. They stood up and smashed it. Wow, you can't get better than that. It wasn't quite a half volley. Still put it away in style.
It's a great shot. It really is. So easy. Short again from O'Brien, and this time whistled backward a square.
That's a top shot. He's picked the length up so quickly. That's the front foot off the ground. And good work with the wrists. Once he gets in, he scores quickly and deals in boundaries, Yuvraj Singh. Just a swivel on that back foot, and that was good enough.
Oh boy, that's disdain. Absolute disdain from Yuvraj Singh, who said to Dhoni, anything you can do, I can do better. O'Brien shakes his head because that's 3 in a row, all class.
That's what I meant when I said when he gets his eye in, he deals in boundaries and will score very quickly. It's not all that bad a delivery, but it's just a good eye, fast hands, and the ability to pick up length quickly.
Oh gosh, this is huge. Has it gone all the way? It has. Bang, bang, bang. Wham! Just massive stuff.
This is glorious stuff in this over. 3, in fact 4 quality shots. And this last one the best. And that's why he's so feared in the one-day game, because of his ability to destroy attacks. He is a shaky starter in Test match cricket. But once he gets his eye in, these are the kind of shots you can see him picking up length so quickly. On the front foot, just a little transfer of weight.
Edged this time and caught. Ross Taylor doesn't drop many these days. And Yuvraj is furious with himself. He was a little lazy. And Chris Martin delighted with that wicket.
He got it full and drew Yuvraj Singh into the drive. And the bat just went without the feet. You see that there. He threw the bat at it. Just a hint of movement from Chris Martin away from the left-hander, as Martin Crowe said. Very safe hands nowadays of Ross Taylor. He takes the catch. Yuvraj out for 40. India 397 for 6.
Harbhajan Singh, the Turbinator, coming off as a very breezy 60 in the first innings. I don't think he'll muck around here. India lead by 579, so 20 odd more runs would probably do it. This is in the air, and this could be out. It is out. Yes, it's caught by Tim Southee. Didn't make a great job of it, but he's talking about the short ball. Harbhajan has just got out to one.
The commentator's cursed, but there it is. Chris Martin's dropped it short, and Harbhajan's got a top edge. And just tried to flick it round the corner, really, and just come right off the top edge of the bat. Tim Southee came in, wasn't quite there, had to reach a little bit, took it comfortably. Then went. Unbelievable. He got it. He got it eventually, but it was some tough times for Tim Southee. Harbhajan, he's gone for naught. 397 for 7. So 160 Test match wickets now. Well, Chris Martin.
And that'll be 50 for Dhoni. Lovely little cameo, punctuated with some cover drives, but always seems in control in anything he's doing out there.
He's a little unorthodox, but he's very effective in the way that he bats.
Bowling.
Oh, some nifty use of the wrists there to get it to point.
That's clever.
Lead is 600, of course, for that. So obviously that wasn't the magic number. It's the clock. It's the clock. 4 minutes to drinks. Big hit from Zaheer Khan. An absolute monster. Oh, it's gone right up the top of the hill. Maybe over the back. Massive blow. Oh, they love it. 424 for 7.
The minute he hit this, it had huge 6 written all over it. He gave it plenty. In fact, I'd say the minute that Daniel Vettori started running in, he had 6 in the back of his mind.
6:06 is the lead. Last over before drinks. Oh, and Dhoni's down the ground. Maybe this is going to be the end of it. Couple of bounces for 4. Maybe just a last hurrah from the Indian duo here. Maybe drinks was on his mind.
Well, that shot's got the look of, well, let's have a little bit of fun now. There was a good strike. It was hit into a strong wind. Had that been hit with the wind, I'd say that would have gone all the way.
Thrashes away through point for 4. Wonderful shot. Zaheer Khan, who continues to grow that reputation as a batsman.
He's had a wild swing, but every so often he plays one very well. It wasn't totally controlled. It was at catchable height as it went through, but gave himself a little bit of room to create the opportunity to cut it. And he did it well.
Single to Zaheer Khan. That's the end of the Franklin over. And is that the end of India's turn at bat this time around? Yes, it is. Dhoni says enough is enough for me, and he scampers off with 50 to his name. And look at the way he's charging off, and the New Zealanders walking off behind him. It's a signal of intention for me. He wants to get in and get back out there and get the New Zealanders batting. So well done, MS Dhoni. 56 not out. Zaheer Khan races in as well. He's going to be opening the bowling. And the New Zealanders now with the forlorn thought of trying to save the test match. Daniel Vettori signals low to the ground. He wants the smallest of rollers on the pitch. That's the work for the ground staff to do in the next 9 minutes. Somehow, Mark Richardson, people like Martin Guptill have to get themselves up to bat for 5.5 sessions. The roller's gone up and down for 4 or 5 minutes. Just trying to take any sort of problem away and just smooth it out, so maybe the new ball doesn't make any indentations and deviate. They need everything in their favour, the New Zealanders, from here on in, because India have declared their second innings closed at 7 for 434, and that has given them a lead of 616 runs. Tim McIntosh, who has never had this mountain in front of him, has to just occupy the crease. He's averaging 36.14. He needs another century here from the New Zealand point of view, and a long, patient one at that. And as for Martin Guptill, well, it's just his 3rd test match. He's got a lot of style, a lot of elegance in his stroke play, but this is a side of him that has to become apparent this time around, and that is batting time. His highest score is 48, averaging just 21. Never has 10 wickets in a match. So Zaheer Khan has that in front of him. 5 in the first innings, and loves bowling at the base and reserve. Here we go in New Zealand's exercise of survival. Right on the money, first ball, and McIntosh half forward, just easing into the shot.
That's a good bit of bowling, even bringing a nice drive from Guptill. His first boundary.
That's a good shot, controlled shot. not trying to knock the cover of the ball, but the emphasis is on getting into a good position and timing it.
Hello. And Guptill. Call of catcher, but Guptill has got a lot of this. He has sent it out of the park.
Well, this will get Zaheer Khan going, but it's a terrific shot. And just lifting that front leg and a swivel on the back foot. We saw these shots from Guptill in the one-day game.
And away to that very productive third man region. Good delivery, and in the end pretty well controlled. It was a thick outside edge, but he didn't push at it. Let it come, just held the bat there. And if you can't use a good defence like that, perhaps arguably it could have been left, but third man is an opening batsman's friend, I can tell you that. Edged. Oh, that's a super catch. That was just inches above the ground, and McIntosh is gone.
And the world record for Rahul Dravid. The world record surpasses Mark Waugh. The test match catches. Superb delivery from Zaheer Khan and Rahul Dravid. He's been waiting a little while for it, since Hamilton in fact, and he's finally picked it up. The catch that puts him past Mark Waugh on the most test catches list at 182, and that is a superb grab at third slip. Well done to Rahul Dravid, and Zaheer Khan does the job for his skipper. Picks up the first wicket. Tim McIntosh is gone. He's out for 4 and New Zealand 30 for 1. Acid test now for Daniel Flynn.
Oh, it was the top spinner, or could have even been the deuce thrower, but it was put away very well. A little aerial, that's what Harbhajan was looking for, but Flynn was up to it.
There's a man back out on the hook. Well, there's two actually. There it is. And nicely played. I just sensed there was something coming there. Evans above. He's hit that for 6, you know.
Daniel Flynn, bowled by Zaheer Khan.
Oh, that's a magnificent cover drive. It really is. Against the spin, it did drift a wee bit, but Taylor's footwork was superb.
That's what I mean by quick feet early on. This is a terrific shot. There is drift. He covers that by getting close to the pitch of the ball, not allowing it to spin, and hitting it through the offside. It's one of the most difficult shots against the turning ball.
Is the hand underneath it? That's the key. We've had this before. I think that ball has hit the ground. I'm pretty sure, Ravi, that ball might have hit the ground, and I don't think it's Gambhir. Gambhir would know. Lovely shot. Wonderful drive from Guptill in the slot.
Yes, he does look good when he plays this shot. Tall man. It's a good stride forward. Three now, Jesse Ryder, the new man at the crease. New gear and all, just early in his Test match career, but it's been a very good start. Oh, gone, Ryder, 2 balls. Harbhajan Singh on fire. It is a beauty. No commitment. Too far forward from Jesse Ryder. He's just got the outside edge of his bat. And Harbhajan has produced a couple of beauties within 2 balls. And all of a sudden, New Zealand really in trouble here at 84 for 4. Rahul Dravid takes another beauty.
Boy, did that swerve and then bite. Absolutely perfect. He's a good bowler. And he's got Jesse Ryder for a duck. 84 for 4. Edged and through to the fence for 4. Taylor looks like he's going to forget defence and just play the natural thing that comes to him, which is to hit out.
Well, it's been the trademark throughout this innings, actually. He's just looked a bit frisky, Ross Taylor.
And away to the fence for 4. Cut shot hitting down. Good stroke.
Oh, this is a terrific shot. And Ross Taylor's going to play a few of those if he hangs around.
That was the best of the 3 4s in the over. 104 for 4.
Yeah, that was an all-action over of batting from Ross Taylor. Finished off by the best of the lot. Side edge, and that'll race away, and it might even get down to the fence for 4. It will. Oh, a lovely shot from Franklin, dead straight off the back foot. Wasn't the best delivery that Harbhajan has let him have, but Franklin quickly onto it. Just short of a length, and the benefit of being a tall man.
Now asking the batsman now, would you like the light? And it's time to go off. And the New Zealand batsmen have gratefully accepted. So they did what was required, really. Ross Taylor and James Franklin. It's been a good effort. We'll see New Zealand through to 167 for 4. They came together at 84, fall of Jesse Ryder's wicket. The National Bank Series New Zealand vs India was brought to you by Mitre 10.
In fact, the breezes look like they may get up towards 50 k's today, so pretty unpleasant for the players out in the middle, and that is India in the park at the moment. This is the last day of the international season, and they are poised, the visitors, to take this series 2-0. They need 6 New Zealand wickets, 6 good pieces of cricket. New Zealand have to bat the thick end of 98 overs if they have to, and that depends very much on the forecast. A few showers. We've already had some inclement weather overnight, but it's cleared to be quite bright overhead at the moment. So play starting on time in around about a minute and a half. Gale, northerlies, yes, and the light okay. Humidity low. So out they come. Ross Taylor on the left and James Franklin, the overnight batsman. And that's the direction we expect the rain to come from. But at the moment, those clouds are hooping across the ground at a great rate of knots. Unlikely to rain under that scenario. Overall situation then, India 379 and 434 for 7 declared. New Zealand 197, and now they trail by 449 runs, which is out of the equation to win the match. But can they survive? Well, there's a test century beckoning for Ross Taylor, and if he did that, it would be his 4th, his 2nd of this series, and that would represent a pretty good summer. He's been New Zealand's most consistent batsman, without a big score actually going into this particular test series against India. In fact, he'd only scored 31 throughout all of the 2020 and one-day international matches. Then he missed out in Hamilton, rectified that in Napier, and here he's on the verge of number 4 if he can bat the morning. Oh, beauty. Straight away he's asking questions, Zaheer Khan.
His line is so good. He's always around the off-stump area, and even the length. I think the difference between him and all the other bowlers in this test match is he's got the right length. He's been further up to the bat.
Early to bed last night, early to rise. Lovely shot, Ross Taylor. Shot of the morning. It'll race across the practice strips for 4. Wonderful stuff. It's 177 for 4.
Sneaking through the bat, Ross Taylor. Very lucky the pad got in the way here. That was going on to hit the stumps. A lot of turn.
Right out of the footmarks.
Gee, looking at that angle, it might have turned too much and missed the stumps, actually.
Oh, big shout here. So straight on. Again, it was pad, not bat, as in the previous over. Franklin was fortunate against Zaheer, and this one just went on with the arm.
Yeah, definitely pad first. Good drift again. I guess touch and go for outside the line of off stump. Maybe what umpire Simon Taufel looked at. Good stride in, bit of bounce. Might have gone over the top as well.
There's the 100 partnership. It was a good stroke as well.
That brings up the 100-run partnership between Ross Taylor.
He's earned it. Ross Taylor, through patience,
Jimmy Franklin.
he's finally got one that was short enough and wide enough to put away. Very good shot and a very good partnership.
It wasn't that wide, was it? But he did rise up on the balls of his feet. Played it down, and these two acknowledging their 100 stand together.
Here's Sharma. Oh, that's gone for 4 byes. Straight underground. And to be fair, it wasn't the best ever effort from MS Dhoni to get down. It looked like a man with a sore back, and we know that he has got that. Missed the test match in Napier. This went straight along the ground, and he couldn't quite get down to it.
I think it hit some foot marks.
Oh, well, there's any bat involved there. I thought it was flush off the pad. Gambhir did his best to get a hand under it. In the end, no result. 199 for 4. inside edge. There was an inside edge, and I think you class that as a chance to Gautam Gambhir. It climbed up the bat and it hung in the air, and Gambhir could not get a hand underneath it and hold on to it. Great shot, Ross Taylor through extra cover, and that's award-winning in itself.
That brings up 200 runs for the Black Caps, 203 for 4 now.
200 up for the Black Caps.
And into the 90s with the stroke, and a really good one too. Just punched away, a check drive, total control. Unlike my mouth at times. He's 94, Franklin's there on 30. This partnership is worth 121. And importantly, it's 121 and 180 minutes, 240 balls. So denying this bowling attack, who got some good early reward, 2 wickets for Zaheer Khan, and 2 in his 11th over, bang bang for Harbhajan Singh. Since then, nothing. Forget about the bottom line. This one's about the wicket line.
So James Franklin has just popped into the dressing room momentarily and back out again. So no one's in a great hurry, it seems. New Zealand will bear in mind, of course, the fact that if they somehow can get through to around about 5 o'clock, and the light is consistently bad as it has been the last 2 days, and they could get out of this, and that would be, I won't say a moral victory because they're nowhere near winning it, but tremendous confidence boost late in the season.
Now this could go away. This could be it. Not sure. Yes, he's raising his bat. Ross Taylor has century number 4, and he is delighted.
Fantastic goal. Congratulations, Ross Taylor, 102, 158 balls.
Well, it's an excellent innings.
253.
Always knew this man had a lot of natural ability.
Ross Taylor, 102, not out.
Under pressure, he's paced it beautifully and looked in total control. Went off the bat, it was in the air, but the man at backward short leg was a little too square.
Yes, a little flutter of the old heart there as he looked behind to see it had got past leg gully. Oh, where's that gone? Gee whiz. Just a moment, just like a rider, where the emotion of the moment is taken over from the focus and the concentration, nearly holding out.
I wonder if it bounced awkwardly out of the rough. This was the boundary that got him his 100, but that last delivery that went up in the air hit him high on the bat.
So a magical moment for Taylor as he raises his bat for that wonderful century. 216 for 4. He was in the mood yesterday afternoon. Boy, was he looking to attack at every opportunity. He went after Ishant Sharma after T. Sewag came on. Then he started to settle down and played nicely towards stumps, some controlled strokes. And this morning it has been paced nicely. His second 100 against India in successive tests. .4s, the runs to bring up the century. That little tickle down the leg side for 4. No 6s. He's kept very much in control throughout. So well done, Ross Taylor.
Well, he's broken partnerships in the past. It'll be interesting to see what he dishes out. Whether it's going to be off spin or his leg spinners. He's spinning it like a leg break.
She got to treat the bowler on his merits. He's a crafty operator. Oh, just like that. Just like that. Hitting against the turn, and a couple of times now the ball is ballooned in the air, only just to fall short.
He's looking to play against the spin as well. That was the wrong one. Well, it'll take him some time to get loose. He started well again in the air, streaky. He'll get a boundary for it.
Well, streaky. But these two are working their way possibly towards a high test partnership. This, of course, is the 5th wicket. 140, they have 138. Seen a few of those already, 2 records broken in this series. Wow, great turn. That was a beautiful leg spinner, and Franklin didn't pick it. It's an eventful over again, 222 for 4.
This spun a long way from the rough. But just seeing that last over, it'll encourage Dhoni to give Tendulkar 2 or 3 more.
Nicely dabbed away on the offside, and this might run away too. Lovely touch from Ross Taylor.
Yes, and quick feet. He was giving himself room and onto that back foot in a flash. There's no one at point. So quickly he moves and gets into position. He comes down on the ball.
And there is the record. 142 now belongs to Taylor and Franklin for the 5th wicket against India.
I think this is a good angle for Harbhajan Singh. He bowled a lot in the first innings as well from around the wicket.
Just want to look at something here which is good for young players to watch. I was not quite able to show it there, but the top end controls the stroke. He actually changed the position of his bottom hand. Bang! Absolutely brilliant from Harbhajan. Yorking Taylor. That is what India wanted. Just as the second new ball approaches, the Centurion is gone.
Well, this is the breakthrough India were looking for. I mentioned it's a good angle he's bowling from. I think he's yorked himself here. Should have taken it on the full. Harbhajan Singh has struck, and could this be the door that's open for India? 226 for 5.
From 165 deliveries, 261 minutes at the crease.
Well, Brendan McCullum has come out to the centre. 44 matches, and it'll be a test for him. Dhoni might have been tempted in taking the new ball, but now that Harbhajan has struck and seeing that last over from Tendulkar, he might just carry on for a bit, because this man's a different bowler once he takes a wicket. He's doing the right thing by coming around the wicket. And I think it was that drift, extra drift that he got that did Taylor, because the ball went on the outside of his bat. Taylor must have been expecting to cover the line. And I think it's the drift at the last minute that's beaten the outside edge and then spun back to hit the middle stump. Don't forget, he's a man well past his 100. So it's Beautiful piece of bowling to get rid of his man. See how the ball starts. Taylor must have thought this must have been middle. Just at the last minute. Because of the strong breeze, it goes past the outside edge.
Straight away, he's putting pressure on as if he's a front line bowler. Skips in. Look at that. Wow. Pace and turn. Where's he been this series? Here's Tendulkar here.
He bowls occasionally now because of a problem with his back. Even here you'll see him bowling with control for 4 or 5 overs maybe. Then it starts getting to him. But he does spin it both ways.
Oh, he's pretty keen on this. He didn't get any support. And Sachin's now looking at his teammates and go, where were you, lads? There was a double appeal. And it's not a bad shot. You can see leg stump.
That's what he saw. He said he could see leg stump, that's why he's appealed, but just think it might have drifted down the leg side.
I reckon he'll hit the top of leg, you watch. Oh. So now Tendulkar's going to go over the wicket.
Much better. This gives him a better chance for a leg before shout now, because he'll be aiming outside the left-hander's off stump. I swept that. That could have been the wrong one.
The googly. Now Brendan McCullum has to try and pick the little master. He's been waiting with the pads on for a long time. Oh. Now then, that carry.
He was on his heels here, Munaf Patel. He was in another world. He reacted so late, didn't get to it. 227 for 5. I think just dropped in front of him at the... The problem there was he was on his heels. He wasn't expecting it. If he had reacted quicker, he would have taken that catch. Now Harbhajan Singh, you can see he's in the groove. He's got the wicket of Taylor in the last over. There you go again, just falling short.
Oh, that's close. Well, he's been yelling and screaming, Tendulkar, but he hasn't got his way yet.
Just maybe a little too much. Pitch about middle of the leg. Ooh, the height and leg stump. I think the benefit of the doubt again going to the batsman. He's causing some issues though.
Nice one.
It all builds though, doesn't it? Hit him in front of leg spinning. Hawkeye predicts that it would have just clipped the top of leg stump.
You can't give that out.
That's the wrong one, in the air. And safely away.
He's picked it quite well. James Franklin out the back of the hand.
He'll have a couple couple here. In fact, he may pick up 4. Oh, that was good timing. 240 for 5.
Yeah, very nicely onto the back foot here, James Franklin. Got himself a little bit of room to clip that away nicely. Moved through to 49. 1 short of a half century. Backing up his 50 from Napier.
Moved his feet very well in this innings, James Franklin.
Is that an outside edge? It's turned a long way. Yes, it is an outside edge. And Tendulkar has the bonus wicket for his skipper.
Well, Brendan McCullum, he talked about his defence against the spinners, Rigger. Non-existent. He's been looking to be aggressive the whole time. I'm not sure he's hit it. I think he's hit the ground, to be honest with you. There's a good noise, but I think he's hit the ground. It's come off Dhoni's gloves into the hands of Rahul Dravid. He'll pick up another one. Brendan McCullum being adjudged out. He's gone for 6, and it's 244 for 6.
New Zealand captain comes out to bat at the fall of Brendan McCullum. So a big job to do. Everyone knows that he's a very capable batsman. And I'll tell you what, Simon Dua, I'm starting to believe that Brendan McCullum at times is the most unluckiest player when it comes to batting, because I don't believe he's got within cooey of this.
No, he hasn't. And unfortunately, he's missed it. It's turned. Big expansive drive. He's hit the ground. You can see the dust fly up from the bottom of the bat. Don't think you'll see anything on the side of the bat or the edge of the bat. You can see it clearly. He's hit the ground. The ball's turned. This is a great angle. Slow this right down there. He just missed it. Missed it cold. Off Dhoni's gloves. Into the hands of Dravid.
It's a nice one to be greeted with. And put away as well.
Very friendly. Very friendly from Sachin Tendulkar. Here you go, skipper. Get yourself off the mark. The last thing you expect too, isn't it? You walk out to the crease, you get a knee-high full toss.
And you can actually make a real hash of them. It happened earlier on in the summer.
That's nice, that's nice.
To probably the most formed batsman in Test match cricket, Shivnarine Chanderpaul. Big loopy full toss first ball from Patel out. He got close to it, McCullum there, but really he seems to get a lot of roughies. That's a good wrong one. And now a shorter one, which Victoria's put away very comfortably as well.
That brings up the 250 runs. 252 now for the loss of 6.
Well, here's McCullum's wicket. Pitched, it turned, and he did hit the ground. Yeah, a nick tends to be a long, thin line. That definitely suggests that there was no nick.
Nice one, nice one.
The noise coincided with the ball going past the outside of the bat too, which certainly would have confused the umpire.
You know, I don't think... Here it is at normal speed. Let's have a look. You see, I don't think you can really blame the players there. They would have thought that was out as well.
Sounded great. Sounded really good.
Just changing the field. Ishan Sharma moving across into the onside. And he's going back into the ring, is he? Protecting one. Yeah, two very square on the leg side. One just behind square. And one just in front. They're no more than 5 yards between them.
Trying to block off the sweep.
close, and it's out, yes. Tendulkar's picked up two.
James Franklin, he's been stuck on 49 for 4 overs, 4.5 overs. And Tendulkar's celebrated before Daryl Harper's put his hand up here. Maybe that was a little signal to Daryl Harper that that is definitely out. You have to give it, sir. You must. And I think he did. He had to give it. Going on to hit the top of middle and leg stump. And Sachin Tendulkar, the little master's, picked up a couple. James Franklin gone for 49. New Zealand 253 for 7.
From 171 deliveries, 250 minutes at the crease. New Zealand 200.
To Southey. Comes to the crease. Well, last time he came to the crease in this scenario, right back to England, he went absolutely bananas. Or the fastest 50. What's he going to do here? He'd been trying for this for some time against Franklin. Had Tendulkar, he kept hitting him with the pads, but it was going down. This one's going straight into middle and leg.
He's back too, which doesn't help. It's hitting the top of middle and leg stump, and a pretty good decision from Daryl Harper. Let's have a look at this. Pitches just outside, hit him on middle, hitting middle and leg at the top. Yeah, just looked out, looked a good shout. Hawkeye's predicted pass says it bounces quite a bit, probably right, but it just looked a very good shout.
I don't care how good it looks, it's got to be hitting. Oh, Hawkeye predicted it would hit.
Yeah,
253 for 7. It's going to go around the wicket now. There's no real attempt there from Southey to hit the ball, is there? And Harbhajan will work on that and expect maybe the quicker, flatter top spinner. Get it to try to pitch in line and continue on.
It's over and lunchtime.
You heard the umpire, lunchtime. New Zealand 7 down for 254 runs. There was some good resistance, but in the latter part of this session, it was all India. And it was all the little master. He picked up a couple. And that came on as a part-time leg spinner for his captain and picked up a couple of bonuses. And they'll be very pleased with the work they've put in this session. 3 wickets taken, that's the key thing. Forget the runs. They bowled 32 overs, so plenty of overs bowled in the context of the way India have bowled in this series. And they'll go to lunch expecting to come out after that, hoping to wrap this game and series up. The action was further down on that bowling list. Harbhajan has 3 for 55, and it was the 2 wickets of Tendulkar that really changed things around. It could have been New Zealand session, but little Indian master said no, it'll go to us. So forget about the runs, just 3 wickets left. New Zealand to try to save this match.
With me in the commentary box, Mark Richardson. Rigger, it's a difficult situation for Daniel Vettori, who's now batting with the tail. It's just a case of trying to be dominant, trying to score runs and be aggressive, perhaps.
Well, I think bat and just bat to survive, bat to the situation. I think to a certain extent he needs to put some faith in Tim Southee and probably in O'Brien. Obviously Chris Martin's a different kettle of fish, but there's so much time left in this game and there's no way that he will score those runs. It's just a case of finding a tempo and a way of batting that you're comfortable with that could give you the best chance of batting as long as you can, and you can't hold the bat for the guy at the other end. And I don't think it's a situation where you really should be shouting them. I don't think you can shout them for long enough. So you bat.
So we have no cricket ball. Someone has taken the ball and gone home.
And the lucky thing here is if they want a new shiny conker, they can take it. Because there's a new ball available. I bet the umpires actually have the new ball out there. They just didn't want to take it though. So what has happened to the ball?
We've just heard that New Zealand Cricket are going to present that ball to Rahul Dravid at the end of the match. So the umpires have left it on the ground. Maybe someone's gone and got it, and they're going to mount it for the presentation. No. What's happened there, Rigger? What's happened? All of a sudden it's appeared from
Cricket Wellington. So I think that's exactly what was happening. That ball had been taken to get it mounted.
Because they thought the second new ball would be taken.
Yeah.
So that man there stole it. He was taking it off to get it mounted for Rahul Dravid. Bizarre. For that man there who deserved it too. But, we've got to keep using it, Rahul. You might get another catch with it. He's already got 3 catches in the innings. It was interesting though when Tendulkar came on. I was calling it with Ravi Shastri before lunch, and it looked like, well, a couple of overs from Tendulkar just to see. And man, he straight away bowled a beautiful line of length. He was getting it to fizz and rip and bounce, and it just caused a bit of anxiety amongst the 2 batsmen who'd been there a long time and putting together that record partnership. Franklin looked all at sea. Taylor then getting through to his 100 seemed to just lose focus a little, then got out, and all of a sudden Tendulkar was in a spell that has broken the back of it. New Zealand here.
He's very part-time in nature, and he does bowl the odd loose one, but the last 2 surfaces that here, the way this pitch has panned out, and also the one in Napier, they could have played Mishra. That one was designed to go straight on. It was also intended to hit the pad, so a good piece of bowling, but they also could have played their leg spinner and played the 2 spinners, but the problem they have is they do not have a genuine medium pace option in their top 6 batting lineup. So here, in real spin bowling conditions now, they've had to rely on Tendulkar. I think this is an opportunity here for Tim Southee to actually show that he's more than just a hitter. Because
Harbhajan Singh.
3 wickets, you never know. They get through this session. It's a tall order, it's a tall ask, but there's no need to take a defeatist attitude and throw your wicket away. It's very overcast, it's quite gloomy. The way the days have gone, there's always a chance that even after tea the light could be very poor. So 2 hours of batting.
Big shot and gone. They were adamant, absolutely adamant. Dhoni was jumping sky high. Harbhajan now has 4 wickets. And Southee's gone.
Well, nowhere near 2 hours of batting, 12 minutes to be exact. They're very confident there. Very, very confident. that had hit the outside edge, and the umpire was confident enough. Tim Southee up for 3, 258 for 8.
By MS Dhoni for the bowling of Harbhajan Singh, the bats for 3, New Zealand 258 for 8.
Ian O'Brien top scored, well, his personal best, I should say, of 19 in the first innings. His top score in Test cricket in 17 matches. Just under 5 as average. Can he beat that today? Harbhajan is 4 for 55. O'Brien underway. There's some real turn. This one didn't turn. This just went straight on. Southee was looking for a bit of turn, just a little feather. And a lovely catch from Dhoni, his 7th catch of the match. Just a faint one, but they were all up together.
You talk about body language from batsmen when you know they've hit it. Well, the body language of Dhoni there said it all.
Lovely late cut. Confident form, Ian O'Brien. Yes, there's been some all-round performances, as you say. Rigger. Sehwag 48. Dravid 60. Tendulkar 62. Yuvraj got 40. Laxman got 61. Everyone chipped in.
By oath. That's 4.
Tendulkar's just throwing up a few more full tosses than he would like now. Trying to get a bit of bounce. Pulled away, and a good stroke. Picked it early. Ian O'Brien, he's playing beautifully here. He's raced past Vittori. 275 for 8. Oh, it was nicely bowled, and that'll run away and get a little wet in the process. 4 runs, so O'Brien does equal his highest Test score that he achieved in the first innings.
I'll tell you what, it's a good thing the New Zealand captain's out there, because he may have some influence because of his position. And yes, out come the covers. Wow. A little twist, a little kink in the tail. And it's got that feel about it that it just may get turned from showers to rain the longer they're off.
One big white cover has been put on the block, and there are showers around the Wellington area and forecast to stay that way for most of the afternoon and into the evening. So nervous times for India in particular. They're on the threshold of winning this Test match and winning the series 2-0. Back at the Basin Reserve, just repeating the news that the match has been abandoned by umpires Taufel and Harper. They've taken the common sense approach that the light was never going to be good enough for play to continue, and also the fact that there's still rain around the area. So India left very frustrated on the basis that they needed just 2 more wickets to win the match and take the series 2-0, and one of those was Chris Martin. They would have felt confident about wrapping it up very quickly had they got out there, but that is not to be the case. And the real hero for New Zealand, 2 of them really, Ross Taylor with 107, his 4th Test century, and James Franklin. They put on 142 for the 5th wicket, and that was a record for New Zealand against India. And in so doing, they used up a lot of time, a lot of balls, and MS Dhoni may well think about the fact that he mucked around a little with his bowling attack yesterday when after tea he brought in Virender Sehwag for a considerable spell and did not bowl his trump cards, and that was of course Harbhajan Singh and Zaheer Khan, who were by far the best. 2 for 57 for Khan, 4 for 59 for Harbhajan, and the surprise packet today was Sachin Tendulkar, We got 2 very valuable wickets just before lunch, but couldn't repeat it after lunch. And in the end, all they picked up was Tim Southee, but they couldn't get O'Brien, and they never got the chance to try and get Chris Martin, and Daniel Vettori was left at the other end. So he'll be a pretty happy captain. Not sure about MS Stoney. We'll see the moods of both of those gentlemen right now. Here's the post-match presentation with Simon Dahl.
Yes, thanks very much. Well, a very special moment during this Test match when a certain Rahul Dravid overtook Mark Waugh as the most catches in Test match cricket. Rahul, congratulations. We've got the ball for you there, the match ball, and of course a magnificent little crystal vase for you. Must have a pretty good feeling?
Yeah, it was a lovely feeling. It's lovely. I've been playing for a long time. Played a lot of matches. So it's great to be part of, to achieve this. And just, taking catches is about the team. It's about helping your bowlers, and you need the bowlers to create the next for you. So I've been fortunate over the last sort of 13 years. I've played with some very, very good bowlers, and I've been lucky and fortunate to have done that. Worked really hard, and so it's very satisfying yesterday.
Let's talk a little bit about the bowlers, because so was Zaheer and Harbhajan. You probably expect a few nicks to come quite regularly.
Yeah, exactly. Through my career, I've played with people like Srinath and Kumble and now Zaheer and Harbhajan and a few others. You do expect nicks to come, and that's been the great joy of standing in the slips. You know they're going to create opportunities. You're going to get opportunities, and that helps the team, win and take 20 wickets. So it's all about creating those opportunities and just being the right place, the right time, I guess.
All right, Rahul. Well, we're not sure whether we'll see you in New Zealand again. Have you enjoyed your time here this time around?
Oh, we have, absolutely. It's been a fantastic tour. It's been a great series, personally and as a team. And we just enjoyed the hospitality. It's been great to come back to New Zealand. Always enjoy coming back here. We've been very well looked after. The facilities have been great, and truly enjoyed the tour, and hope to come back here, even not as a cricketer, but as a tourist someday.
All right, Rahul. Well done. 183 catches in Test match cricket now done. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Well done. Yes, that's a magnificent feat from Rahul Dravid, overtaking Mark Waugh's 181 Test match catches. Okay, it's time for Man of the Match presentation now, and there's been some fantastic performances throughout the Test match, but with his magnificent century once again backing up from Napier, Gautam Gambhir. Well done, congratulations. A very fine innings. You must enjoy New Zealand conditions.
Absolutely. I think before this was my first OT New Zealand, and when we went to Sri Lanka, there was a lot of talk that this is going to be the biggest test for any opening batsman, New Zealand, because last time when we were here, we didn't do that well. So I think it was one of the biggest challenges in my first foreign tour. So really satisfying.
And the experience that follows you in the batting order, you must take a lot of, a lot of kudos from the likes of Tendulkar and Dravid and Laxman, watching those guys play over the years.
Absolutely. When you're playing with the legends of the game, it's always becomes much easier because it takes a lot of pressure out of your shoulders. You can go out there, you can express yourself, because there's so much experience coming after you. So you can just go out there, just be relaxed and just enjoy your game.
And you can play your own game too, with Virender at the other end going a little bit crazy at times.
Absolutely. It makes... This is what makes this opening pair very special, because both of us are very different. He can go out, play the shots from the ball, from the word go. I think this is what makes it very special, and having him on the other end, and we've played a lot of cricket together as well, play for the same side back home. So it makes much more interesting, and the combination is going well so far.
All right, Gautam, it's been a fantastic tour. We've got a cheque for you here for $1,000 thanks to the National Bank. You've got your medal around your neck and a bottle of champagne. Very well played, and we'll look forward to you coming back to New Zealand.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Good on you, mate. Okay, time now to try and bring in the New Zealand skipper, Daniel Vettori. And Dan, I guess the rain coming to save the guys, but there were some good performances from your team in this Test match after being under the bat a little bit.
Yeah, I think to have India 200 for 6 on the first morning after we took a gamble bowling first was really pleasing, and I suppose from then on in it was a bit disappointing not being able to clean up the tail and a poor performance in the first innings with our bat, but it was pleasing to see some fight from some guys, Ross Taylor and James Franklin today, and I think Chris Martin's bowling throughout the whole series has been a particular high.
Yeah, I guess you've got to look for some positives, and Chris has been back in the side. He's bowled very well, taking 14 wickets in the series. There's been some flat pitches though. It hasn't been easy for the bowlers.
No, and particularly for him coming in and bowling against India's tremendous top order to take most of their wickets a lot of the time, and a heavy workload the whole way through. And I thought all the bowlers did a pretty good job, Ian O'Brien, and then if you look at some of the batsmen's series, Jesse Wright obviously fantastic, Ross Taylor a couple of hundreds, Brendan McCullum. So there are some positives, but we have to look back and say that we outplayed in 2 of the 3 Test matches.
Yeah, it was. Talk us back to the first day, because the decision to bowl first, I guess you weren't sure the day before. You said it was very brown pitch and it looked a good batting surface, but the decision to bowl first, is there any regrets at all?
Well, they can't be at 200 for 6. I thought we did a fantastic job. Obviously, you want a different result in the end. You want to win the game. But to put ourselves under pressure, and to front up like that, I was pleased with. To be unable to clean up the tail was the disappointing part of it.
All right, mate. For a few of you guys now, you're looking forward to the IPL and heading off to South Africa?
I'm looking forward to 4 days break before that. So we leave sort of Monday, Tuesday next week for most of the guys. So it'll be a different focus, but something everyone's looking forward to.
All right, Dan. Well, hard luck during the series, and we'll catch up with you next time.
Thanks.
Cheers. Okay, time now for victorious captain MS Dhoni to step in. MS, congratulations. Outstanding performance from you guys throughout this tour, really.
Yeah, and I think the bowlers and the batsmen, we performed as a team. The catching was superb throughout, and that's what is important. We didn't rely on a single batsman. Gautam kept on improving throughout the series. Sachin, Rahul, Laxman, everybody contributed. So overall, a fantastic effort. Especially with the lower order batsmen. Whenever it was needed from them, they contributed, and that really takes the morale of the team up.
Last time India were here, the pitches were a little green. Now this time they've been pretty batter friendly, and the guys must have really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it has been throughout the series. Even in the one days, the wickets were very good to bat on. But still something, there was something for the bowlers, but it was nothing compared to the 2003 series, you can say. So the bowlers, they had to run in hard. Keep changing their plans if something is not working. Be consistent with line and length, and use the breeze to, you can say, good extent, because most of the venues there was a breeze, you can say, that flows around across the ground. So, and we in this game especially, we struggled against the wind. Some of our fast bowlers struggled, but there was all of a sudden you see Bhaji coming up and bowling loads of overs from that and using the drift well. So overall, quite happy with the performance of the team.
Yeah, it was fantastic to see Harbhajan bowling into that breeze, because at times it was 40, 50 knots. And, he's had a good series. Gautam Gambhir had a good series, but you haven't relied on those experienced players all the way through, have you?
Well, it's not really that, you always have to score, I think the experience that they have got, the way they guide the youngsters, who have not played 30, 40 or 50 odd test match, that really helps. And it's not only that, you have to see ahead in the game what's coming, and that's what is really important when it comes to experienced guys. When you're going on with second day's play, they know what can happen at the fifth day, and that's what is important, and that really helps us. So it's a really good blend of experienced guys, youngsters with plenty of talent, motivation and determination to do well.
Any regrets not pulling out a little bit earlier? Just you lost sort of, I guess, a little bit of time with batting on, and perhaps could have had another test match win overseas?
Well, just a bit disappointed, but you can't really bank on weather. What we were expecting was at least 110 overs of bowling, and we didn't even get that, because weather, you always take a guess, and throughout the series we have seen it's not always pinpoint, okay, this is what will happen. So if you declare with 440 or 500 runs on the board, the approach of the against team changes. The way they will come onto the field and bat, it changes a lot. But we were expecting around 110 overs, but we don't really regret it. Whatever opportunities we got, we made the most out of it. We would have been really happy with one more win, 2-0 series, but that's the way it goes.
All right, MS. Well, time now to bring in Ross Berry from the National Bank to present the trophy to you. Ross, you can pick that up, and congratulations to MS Dhoni. An absolute fantastic effort, and a milestone for MS during this test match too. Only the second player to pick up 250s in a test match along with 6 catches. So fantastic effort, and well done to MS Dhoni. Series wrapped up, I guess, by the Indians, and 1-0 with a draw in Wellington, and that is the end of our summer here on Sky Sport.
Thank you very much, Simon. Yes, indeed it is, and sadly it's a bleak scene to reflect on what has been a wonderful summer of batting in particular. Man of the match, 40% of the vote went to Gautam Gambhir ahead of Zaheer Khan. Dhoni himself 17% and Harbhajan 14%, and that man of the match vote does reflect the dominance of the Indian side, and a test match number 1, test match number 3, and New Zealand had the best of the second but couldn't ram home for a victory. Therefore, India win the series 1-0, and that concludes our coverage of cricket internationally in New Zealand for this season. It's been a great pleasure to bring it all to you. This is what is in store over the next 12 months in terms of our national side. The 2020 World Championship in England in June. The Tour to Zimbabwe was postponed, of course, so that will not proceed in July. But there is a Tour to Sri Lanka in August and September, the Champions Trophy in South Africa. So a lot of the players spending a bit of time in South Africa with the IPL. Of course, there will be coverage of that too on Sky Sport. The Tour to Pakistan in December, January. February, we're expecting Bangladesh on our shores, and certainly we're expecting Australia in March and April, and that will be a feature of the forthcoming season. India, way too good for New Zealand in this test match, that just couldn't get the final say. So in the end, a fairly tame draw, but the visitors go home knowing of the two sides, they were by far the better.